up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow.
Ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves.
Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow.
What's good? What's happening with everybody? This is the AM Wake Up Show, Coffee with Rios. Let's go. Not so much coffee, but, you know, AM Wake Up Show, regardless of what it is. How's everybody doing, man? How you guys doing out there, Ghetto Cafe? This is Society of Freedom Media. This is the AM Wake Up Show on my network, my platform, my media network platform on YouTube. Find me on Instagram. I am Rios, and this is the AM Wake Up Show. The number one morning show in the whole wide world, Craig. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the building. Icky Ricky, I see you. Cali Bags, I see you. Rock'em folks, I see you. We up in here, man. We're going to be talking about some things today. We got 3 cool topics to talk about. We're going to go over FBA versus the Tethers versus everybody versus Africans, Haitians, Dominicans, anybody who wasn't here before, let's say, 1873, 45. Anybody that is not a descendant of American slaves is what FBA is. We talked about it a little bit before, and I told you I didn't have enough information to really give an opinion. And we'll go over that. I'll pick y'all brains about what you know about it. Then we also have podcasts are the new gatekeepers of hip hop. Is it no longer the record labels? Is it no longer the record companies? Are they having to go to podcasts, not the radio stations? How much power do podcasts have now with hip hop? From Drink Champs, bringing back legacy artists, to Joe Budden, to nigga No Jumper used to be doing the underground artists and everything like that popping off. We got that, and then we got the Ceasefire is already done. Live news right now. Iran is saying America is still bombing. Israel's still bombing. Ceasefire is off. 2 weeks of cease, 2 weeks of peace. You know, Trump always talking about 2 weeks. 2 weeks this. I'm going to get it done in 2 weeks. He says 2 weeks when he throws stuff into the netherworld where it never gets anything done. You're going to get your coin in 2 weeks. I'll have an answer for you in 2 weeks. That's where shit goes to disappear. So we got a few things to talk about, a few things to do. Hey, man, Icky Ricky, do your thing, man. You know, life is not easy. Being a man is not easy. Being a father is not easy, but nobody said it was. No one said it was going to be easy. Hard work, grind, become a stronger person. Everything you get better at as a father, you're getting better at as a man also. America don't want to talk about the tough things, but I've been seeing, I'm not even going to lie, I've been seeing Viral having to fight for his position on this FBA shit. This dude, Water guy, I reached out to him. I'm like, dude, I want to understand what is the position, what you really feel, what's the infighting about, why we can't get along. It's just so many segmented segments of us, our people, where we're fighting about this or disagreeing about this. We can't come to one accord on just the understanding of, okay, there are this, there is that. Do we have that agreement? Can we, you know what, before we start debating, we need to get to a place of agreement first. Let's get to a place of agreement before we start. Okay, what do we agree on? That's how we should start this shit. We got to start that shit. What do we agree on? Let's get the foundation. What do we disagree on? Before we get on here and doing like, I'm going to meet you on live and I'm going to discuss everything I don't like about you or I don't like about your stance and you vice versa. Let's have a conversation and a discussion prior. I don't know. Maybe they do. And then it just runs wild. But that shit is funny because we were talking about that shit maybe 2 months ago. And I was like, I don't want to say too much, but I think shit is based off reparations. Like who is owed reparations to America? Do we not agree that there's differences in experience in America? If you came here in the 1950s to 1960s and you came from the islands, you came from Africa, you're African-American because you're Nigerian, Ghanaian, whatever, and now you're American, you're African-American, Black Americans, ADOS, African descendants of slaves, American descendants of slaves. It's a bunch. ADOS is more like political, structured. And I think maybe FBA is more like identity, lineage, you know what I mean? Like trying to separate that. And it's not going to be an easy game, but damn, can we agree on some shit? Somebody break it down to me. The FBA versus immigrant debate just it's hitting a new level. If it's coming across my feed, it's got to be something serious. And they coining Tariq Nasheed, deeming him the guy who started it. He coined the phrase FBA, which I don't have a problem with. Like, who would you rather coin it? Some white dude like Juneteenth making all the money off it? Like if he brought it up, you know what I mean? Like, why not? Not hating on that like you're supposed to. Like if you don't, shit, the lady copywriting Crip or this and that, like people who have no attachment to it benefiting from it. So I'm glad he did do it before somebody else snatched that shit up. But we got to ask the hard questions. What are your thoughts? What do you agree? And we'll get into that. But then number 2, we have podcasts are running hip hop low. Podcasts are running hip hop low. Is podcasts giving people too much access to these artists? Should we be getting access to these artists in snippets? Small snippets here and there. I don't need to know everything about you. I want to learn about you through your music, not through a 2-hour interview, 1 hour interview here, 1 hour interview there. But the labels, they know it. They know they have to run now their artists through the machine of podcasts. Immediate coverage, immediate views. Just imagine you can get in 2 days a grip and a feel on how many people are interested in our artist. How many people are paying attention? Let's see the comments that we'll get into that. Let's see what the engagement looks like. We'll get into that. Then we got 2 days ago. threats of war crimes from our president saying, I will obliterate your whole civilization. First, I want to free your people. Two, I'm going to obliterate everything. Your whole civilization will cease to exist. Two, now, oh, you know what? I'm going to give you a 2-week layaway. I'm going to give you layaway. Open the Strait of Hormuz. I'm going to give you a 2-week layaway and a ceasefire peace. 2 days later, shit is not looking good in the light. This is the AM Wake Up Show at Rios, man. This is Coffee with Rios, the AM Wake Up Show. This is Society of Freedom Media, the AM Wake Up Show. Let's go. How y'all feeling, man? Before we get too deep into these topics, how are y'all feeling? What's going on? It is Thursday, I believe. My brain is still recovering from my vacation. I forgot about the girls yesterday. I forgot about Imperfect Perspective. It was Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. I forgot about Imperfect Perspective. Just tuning in. It's a podcast that I do with two young ladies, Javonda and Anya, Imperfect Perspective. And I blew it because I thought yesterday was Tuesday. But Anya was sick, so that's my savior. Anya was sick. They texted me. I didn't see my text. I don't answer my text right. But we on it, man. We're trying to do things a little bit better here. I'm trying to be a little bit more professional. I got my OGs in the building. Cali Bags in the building. We're going to go to Kick. And one of the bonus topics that we will have today, maybe we'll do it on Kick because we're going to play music videos. We're going to listen to Kanye's album. What do we think about it? What do you feel about it? We're going to talk about the concert at SoFi selling out, his apology in the New York Times right before the concert, right before the album. He disappeared with all the shit that he was doing. Then he comes back, apologizes when it's hey, you tell me. Y'all talk to me about it. Y'all tell me what you think. But that's going to be a bonus topic that maybe we'll take over to Kick to listen to the music, and then we'll discuss what you think about the merch, the Confederate flag, the swastika, him trying to take ownership of that. When they stole the swastika. Shit, they stole that. Motherfuckers took the rainbow. Now the rainbow represents one thing. Why we can't take some shit? I don't know. You guys tell me. We did it with the N word. We said, well, we're going to make this a word of endearment. You trying to take the Confederate flag, this, that. Hey, man, that's nor here nor there. That's a bonus topic if we get to it. Bonus topic if we get to it. Shout out y'all, man. Foundational Black Americans, descendants of U.S. enslaved people. Specifically, do you agree with that? Do you agree that there is a difference? That's the first thing that we have to discuss. Tariq Nasheed popularized the term, coined it, copywritten the term, copyright the term. ADOs, descendants of slaves, Black American, African American. What do you identify as? What is your stance on what you identify as? And if you identify as a Black American, are you just denying your African roots, or are you just establishing like, I don't know where I'm from in Africa? I can't call myself an African American. Yeah, I know that possibly my bloodline runs back to Africa, or it could be Black people that were already here, the original people of America. It's so many different segments that you could go in lanes. How do you even establish that? That's the other thing. That's why I say we got to get on these internets, on Beyonce's internets, and come to an agreement and a foundation of what we do agree on. What do we have in common? What are our common thread, our common beliefs? Now, just a refresher, America and Israel didn't recognize the transatlantic slave trade as one of the most grotesque, inhumane things done to a people. Damn near everybody else besides some Eastern European countries voted for it, saying yes, including Ghana. And Ghana has been in the forefront of world reparations and world recognition of what happened to Africans during the slave trade. Now that comes to bring a good point up is like, damn, if our people, if our leaders aren't recognizing it, where does that leave us in the coin, in the recognition, in the taking care of? They're gonna take care of everybody else but us? Because we from the country where they don't recognize that shit. We from the country where they did promise a donkey and a mule and 40 acres. I don't know if a mule and a donkey the same thing. 40 acres and a mule. That was promised. That was a thing. Does Ghana have the right to speak for us, talk for us? Shit, I might not even be acceptable in the FBA. I don't know. My mom is black. My dad's Puerto Rican. They might call me a tether. I don't call myself a tether. Y'all know what a tether is? Do you know what a tether is? They call tethers people that are trying to attach themselves to a culture or what a culture has gone through. They're trying to attach themselves to it and make it their own and have a say-so in what we do with what we have. Show some love to the #1 AM wake-up show, baby. Let's go. Ghana has done the year of return, where they're calling brothers and sisters back to Ghana to establish their citizenship in Ghana. Ghana is on the forefront of trying to do some things. Yeah, I've heard some bad stories. I've heard some good stories about people getting land, some people going out there and getting taken advantage of because they was dum-dums. They never did a business thing. They never owned property and try to go out there with all your savings. First off, that's the first mistake. But the year return, they're giving citizenships. I've seen so many people go out there and have a good experience and repeat trips to Accra, to Ghana, to enjoy the people, enjoy the culture. You know what I mean? But Ghana has zero authority over what the U.S. policy does for us, what U.S. policy deems good for us, right? So these are all things that like I want to talk about. HR 40, the federal reparations bill. These are things I want to talk about. I want to see these kind of conversations and not just disagreement conversations. Like, let's hit some points with each other. How do you feel about this? Viral, how do you feel about this? Water God, which I reached out to him. Also, I'm going to reach out to Viral later. Because I think what they're doing is good work. They're doing good work. They're having conversation. They're communicating about what's going on. But I think there's a little bit too much me versus you, me trying to get my point across against you, and not really talking about the real important shit. Better living, man. Thank you for the super chat. Cup of coffee on me, Unc. Salute, forward motion. And these are powerful discussions and things that we need to do. We have black family, black people all across the world, and all experiences are not the same. That's 100% true. And sometimes maybe people feel disrespected because not only do you come here and benefit from the things that we went through or the things that we fought for, now you're disagreeing with us or trying to say, nah, that's not right, or no, you got a Haitian or a Dominican congressman, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. But him saying that we don't deserve reparations because he doesn't get reparations. What about if we get ours, then we can start fighting for everybody else. Fight like, well, if Americans got theirs, what about us? What about Haiti? What about Dominican? What about, because we know what France did. They paying money back to France. Motherfuckers is paying reparations to France for losing slaves. So the motherfuckers who lost slaves and lost money in business deals, they getting reparations. Don't get it. If you have a opinion or a thought, I don't know if I want to do Discord or if I want to do phone number. You guys tell me in the chat. If you want me to read something that you said, send a super chat. If you have an opinion, a strong opinion or a thought on something, send a super chat. I'll read it. The computer will read it. The voice thing will read it. But I'm always hearing, as I'm looking through, as I'm searching through, I hear people like, oh, y'all FBA people killed me. You guys are separatists. You guys are fragmented. You just trying to be divisive. We all need to come together, and you just trying to create a difference of opinion between us. We not you, you not us. But is it wrong to try to establish your rights? Like, I don't think it's wrong to establish your rights as a father. Is it wrong to establish your lineage and your birthright to where you came from and what you think you deserve? But Ghana is like literally opening its doors to us, to African Americans. Come on, come one, come all. Land, citizenship, investment, and FBA's calling it a psyop, or all these people just trying to take your money. There's always going to be predators in everything, right? But I hear a lot of people accusing FBAs of this stuff, calling FBA psyop. And I heard Viral call Water God or FBA's a psyop, and people immediately go to MK Ultra or to the CIA for psyop. Psyop, yeah, maybe the military or maybe the CIA coined it and ran psyops on people, but it doesn't have to be government or military involvement for it to be considered a psyop. I could run a psyop on y'all. I could be trying to move or nudge y'all, manipulate, persuade you guys to think a certain way and keep doing this for ulterior motives. So my narrative can be pushed upon you. Or I can control the media is a psyop. It's don't got to be, I can control the narrative here. That could be a psyop. It could be some trickery shit, some slick shit. Psyop don't always got to be attached to the government or the people in power or the military. A psyop could be run by homies in the hood. Hey, man, these cats over there, they said this. Lying their ass off. That shit didn't even happen, but they just trying to get an action out of you. Call that a psyop. Brainwashing, psyop. Brainwashing the youth. It's a psyop. But at least Ghana is stepping up. America ain't did shit in 400 years. Why did I do this? It's 8, but 400 years. America ain't did shit. Maybe we need somebody to step up for us. They shitting on us. They won't even recognize it. If we waiting on Daddy Trump, you see they getting rid of DEI left and right. Reparations is a DEI to them. They get rid of that shit. They don't even want you to have a job, let alone reparations. We need somebody fighting because we focused and fighting each other. We fighting each other. Gonna be waiting till our ending days. Everything can be considered a psyop. Like if it's, let me pull up the definition of a psyop for you guys real quick. It's real quick. Let's get this one in. Definition of psychological operation is a planned, tactical, or strategic operation designed to influence the emotions, beliefs, or behaviors of a foreign audience, including governments, militaries, civilians, or to support U.S. or allied objectives. These operations often involve using information, propaganda, social media, or leaflets to destroy enemy morale, gain trust, or alter perceptions. It don't have to be military. It don't got to be government. I know some of these plays that was run in the hood. Straight up. So I don't know if, because they're trying to say that, well, not trying to say, but Water God, one of his points was that Viral is doing a injustice by calling them a psyop, meaning that they're attached to the government or government funding, but that's not what a psyop is. He's saying that, I believe, I don't know, I'll talk to Viral, that he believes Tariq Nasheed, this is my assumption actually, that Tariq Nasheed is running a psyop on the FBAs to support his cause or whatnot like that. I wasn't the biggest supporter of Hidden Colors, all that shit. I wasn't the biggest supporter of 19 Keys. I'm not the biggest supporter of Tariq Nasheed. I'm not the biggest supporter of Dr. Umar, but I can see what each individual is doing. But then you come to question, like, why these individuals ain't together? Where is the shit we agree on? Where's the foundation of what we agree on? Are we just fragmented? Everybody just so opposite of each other. Y'all like the green and the red in the background? Yeah, I know. I know. I did that on purpose. Oh, shoot. But let's go to the... Let's go to Tariq Nasheed saying what an FBA is right out of his mouth. I'll probably get in trouble for watching this. Vlad probably be, ooh, I might not need to do this one. You know what? Probably can't do this. Let me see. Can you guys hear it? I don't think you guys can hear it. Wait, hold on. Can you guys not hear? Damn, hold on. Fuck. Let me see.
In America look the same to people, to white people and to the police and so forth, to people who actually have negative intentions. Certain people have negative intentions towards them. And I just felt like when I heard about the whole the boycotting of the African hair shops, I was just like,
The boycotting of the African hair. Okay, let me not give my opinion. Let's just hear it out. Let's hear it out.
it just didn't sit right on me.
Yeah,
and maybe because I didn't understand the whole thing.
Right, and that was basically one person on TikTok.
Yeah, but it went very viral.
It did go viral.
It did go viral.
And you know why it went?
I apologize for my ignorance. I apologize, but I do want to hear it again. Sorry, you guys. I apologize. Tariq, you wrong for that, man. You should be making fun of them like that. That's not funny. It cut out? Okay, hold on.
And part of their lineage, do they come from, is that
you guys have it
part
now?
of an immigrant background?
Is it back
I
now?
don't think so. I believe it's mostly Black American background.
Okay. Your children.
Yes.
To forever. That made it go viral. Thousands of videos like, oh, the Black Americans ain't shit to these niggas. It was started using.
Can you hear it now? Damn it. Can you guys hear it now? Shit. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. I got to have monitor and output on.
That as an excuse to attack Black Americans. So they made thousands of videos like, oh, the Black Americans ain't shit to these niggas. It was a whole bunch of that. That made it go viral. Americans ain't shit to attack.
He did really good
Black
holding back the
Americans.
last
So
part he
they
wanted to
made
say.
thousands
They
of
ain't
videos
these
like,
niggas-
oh, the Black Americans ain't shit to these niggas. It was a whole bunch of that. That made it go viral. So yeah.
So it was going back and forth.
It was going back and forth, but it started up with one person talking about doing a boycott, and then that was the excuse for everybody to just kind of dogpile on the situation and blow it up even more. All right, so Vlad, you mentioned your children.
I'm pausing just in case.
part of their lineage, do they come from, is that lineage part of an immigrant background?
I don't think so. I believe it's mostly Black American background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Southern Black American?
I believe so.
You believe so?
I believe so.
You would know.
I believe so. Well, I think it's mostly, well, you know, it depends on how far back you go. Like, I think it's more.
You got to do the digging. You got to do your due diligence of finding out what your bloodline is. Where's your lineage go to? What state, what county, what plantation, where's it go? You got to do your homework.
Mostly East Coast.
I don't know that shit.
You know, like New York and so forth. But, you know, depending on how back you know, how back you go.
Kind of Freudian slip is that?
You know, you've always seen kind of the immigration, you know, the movement from the southern states into the northern states.
Right, yeah, they were.
So I know, because I know I think they do have some relatives like in Florida. No.
Okay, it's possible there's some kind of immigrant background.
Possibly, yeah.
It's possible.
And I'm an immigrant myself.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, this shit.
And that's the thing. What makes a foundation?
He just called it an immigrant right now.
Is that we don't have immigrant lineage. That's the thing. That's what makes you a foundation. It's not a group. It's not an organization. It's not something that you join. It's acknowledging the people who are literally the foundation of this nation. Me, on both sides of my family, I have.
Oh, you know what? I am a FBA because of my mom, American, and my dad, Puerto Rican. But it is the black side, the Puerto Rican side did suffer from slavery, and we are Puerto Rico is America. Yeah, sure. There we go.
No immigrants in my
I'm
family.
figuring this shit
mother
out.
And father, both lineages come from the South.
Okay.
From the beginning of this country, I can trace my lineage to the mid 1700s on paper, and it goes deeper than that. So that's what we talk about when we mean foundational Black American. We're just acknowledging our lineage and the importance and significance of it in this country, because we are a very unique ethnic group. That doesn't mean that we're better or worse than anybody. We are a unique ethnic group with a very unique history here. And we want people to give that the same respect that we give other people. There's the thing, Vlad, where people want to make us generic Africans.
Very true. He's making some good points. He's making some really valid points. Maybe leaving out a few things, but
the term African American is a misnomer. That was a term that got popularized in 1988 by Jesse Jackson, the Congressional Black Caucus, and the Democrats. No,
Okay.
We as a group, we never called ourselves African American. I think the term African American was in a book in the 1700s by a Black preacher. I forgot what the guy's name, but that was the only time we would see that term during slavery.
which is the same thing that he did with FBA. Somebody has to start it. Somebody has to coin the term. So with what he said, with what he just said right now, what do you guys agree with or disagree with? Do you disagree? Do you agree with what he just said? Cali Bag says, you can't loosely say you're an FBA, though. He painting it as simply acknowledging we don't know our ties to Africa, but it's a clear movement going on. Is he saying that it's not a movement? Is he saying it's not a movement, or is he trying to, what's the difference between ADOS and FBA? Is it just a continuation of ADOS? Just got new blood represented. Like Tariq Nasheed is a great mouthpiece. He's a great speaker. He will get attention to his cause. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, you know what? Where is this at? Where's my fucking phone number? Dang it. Boom. There we go. Phone number. If you want to call and you want to discuss this shit, let's discuss it. I think there's pretty much, I agree with what he's saying. I agree with what he's saying. I don't see what's wrong with trying to establish a difference of existence and a difference in experience. Let me see. And if it's better for you guys on Discord, let's do a Discord. But I guess until you guys call in, but before we debate, let's like establish the fact that what's actually true. He's not, what's he lying about? What's he saying that's wrong? Like, I don't think he's saying anything that's wrong. People for years, for many, many, many years, have benefited from the existence of what you would say is an FBA, ADOS, ADOS. A lot of immigrants have benefited from that. And then not only do they benefit from it, they shit on us when they benefit from the struggle, the shit that we had to fight for. And then when we say we want some recognition or the reparations, they say you don't deserve it. Or if we are going to get it, okay, we deserve it too. Wait, how are you making decisions based off this and that? I get it. It needs to be a conversation for sure. Like no one said anything he said wrong. Now they say, oh, it's divisive. Why is it got to be divisive? Why can't it be like, oh shit, the Africans or whatever, African Americans like that are actually from Africa or from like islands, the diaspora, the black diaspora. Why wouldn't they be like, oh yeah, they deserve they deserve what's coming to them. They deserve what's promised. That has nothing to do with me. Look, even if I don't get any reparations or they don't consider me an FBA, I know people who are. I have family who are, and I'm going to support that shit. Like shit, okay, it ain't me, but somebody I know, somebody I love is going to benefit from that shit. Or are we going to do this infighting shit where things are being decided and then everything gets shitted on because we can't agree? Yeah, take that shit to the cemetery. Oh, no. My bad. I wasn't even looking at the damn phone. People are tired. 400 years of waiting, of broken promises, waiting on broken promises. 400 years. They promised this, they promised that. 40 acres that never came. So when Ghana says, come home and do this, and there's that niggas is jumping at the bit like shit, at least somebody talking to us. And then there's somebody trying to establish the right for African, Black Americans. How is that a bad thing? I'm really trying to see it from both sides. I feel like I'm leaning one way. But at the foundation, at the core of the shit, I just really don't see why it's a bad thing. Is it that niggas is so frustrated with what's going on that maybe you aim at the wrong target? You just want to get somebody. You want to be mad at somebody. So you know what? Motherfucker look like me. Motherfucker trying to claim my shit. Let me go at him. Let me get at him. Do you guys want to hear a position against FBA and why FBA is bad or why they think FBA is bad? Would that be an equal run, an equal opportunity? And the funny shit is, you guys, the funniest shit is, as we disagree and we argue about who is who and what is what, the people who owe the debt are just sitting back laughing. Who benefits from our division? Who benefits from our disagreement? Cutting our nose off to spite our face? Like shit, let them niggas get it, man. Cutting our nose off to spite our face. They're sitting back laughing like, look at these fools. Shit, we gonna have to, you see they could come up with money out of the thin air. Come up with that money out of thin air for us. But as we argue and we disagree and don't have a common foundation of what we think is needed, we can't agree on shit, they sit back and like, yes. Yes. Yeah. There we go. We think they're intelligent and they're so smart to do all these other things. We don't think they're smart enough to Let them go at it. Drop these little seeds here. Push this narrative here. The real side, what you should be saying is the real psyop is us going at it. Us not agreeing. That's the real narrative. That's the real psyop. Keep these colored people at each other. Keep them going at each other. Let's talk about that psyop. Let's talk about what it looks like if this does happen. What even happens if they do say, yeah, okay, for sure. You guys get this. So wait, do I get back pay from all my ancestors who didn't get it, who passed away, who didn't get to see what you promised them? Do you back pay that shit all the way? Because now, me, my fourth generation, fifth generation, now I'm getting it, but the people who lived through it, they didn't get it. So our family needs to benefit from it somehow, because guess what? If 4 generations ago, if your family got 40 acres and a mule, guess what that land and that mule would be positive 4 generations now? The key to growth is ownership. The key to wealth is land acquisition. Where do you think cats would be? So if it was 40 acres and a mule back then, what is that shit today? Playmaker, I wasn't here to hear Rios, so you're not aware. Yeah, nothing, you didn't miss nothing major? MAGA Brandon. I'm not trying to, see, that's the thing. I'm not trying to have a fight. I'm trying to have a positive conversation with a good outcome. I want to be solution based. I don't want to be disagreement based. I'm solution based. I'm really asking y'all to call in. Like, let me hear what you think. Like you could be on some serious, like really trying to think about some shit. And then are we mirroring the Ace Boys breakup? You comparing this shit to a podcast, a live stream that doesn't happen no more? To a live stream, nigga? A live stream is done. Like, what? Okay, what if the Ace Boys was a business? I'm gonna segue a little bit. What if the Ace Boys was a business and the business went under? Does that mean we fought and broke up? The business didn't work. Y'all, you intertwine like life with the internet and like podcasts, live streams. It's just a fucking live stream. It's just a podcast, guys. A podcast can't stop. A podcast can't move on. Niggas can't grow in different directions and see different shit. How can you even like I don't even want to think about it. But how does your brain even connect this to that? Like, what? Oh, shit. That shit is funny as fuck. Like, what? It's a live stream. Like, that's how minimal this shit is to you. That's like mirroring. So I guess I'll move on. I'll move on to the next topic because, you know, the ones in debt, the ones that are indebted to us are benefiting. That's where I'll end it at. I'll end it there. I'll bring the number down. I thought maybe somebody would want to call in about that, but guess not. I guess we all in agreement that I don't see nothing wrong with FBA. Maybe every movement has is bad seeds. Every movement has its pros, its cons. But I'm not gonna hate on somebody trying to do something positive. Like, there's all kind of shit we can hate on. Like, I'm not about to hate on that shit. Like, okay, do your thing. He got a museum over here off of Jefferson called the Hidden Museum. Tariq Nasheed, Hidden Museum. Shout out to him. He did all the hidden colors. You know what I appreciate about Hidden Colors and Tariq Nasheed? Y'all may not like the dude. You may not agree with everything that he talks about. people bring up his past, but everybody's got a funky past. Everybody got a funky past. Somebody got some shit wrong with their past. We all do. People can change. I appreciate that Hidden Colors gave information to people that wouldn't have necessarily had that information, or they wouldn't have sought out the information or the things that are provided in Hidden Colors. I think it's up to 6. But the shit that they talk about is shit I knew as a kid, shit that my people taught me about the Caucasus Mountains and the spirals and the power of this and the power of that. But there's a ton of people that would have never known about that shit or never felt empowered about who they are if it wasn't for Hidden Colors. I don't care about the messenger. The message helped a lot of people know some shit about themselves and their past. So I do appreciate that shit. Whether I agree or disagree with the person or not, it did give access to a lot of people who wouldn't have seeked out that information. And you know how relevant that is that I saw some shit with Ralphie the Plug, Draco's brother, and some dude talking about like the history of America and Mexico. What was America before American? How was it New Mexico? Like, I gotta show y'all the video because we think that just because we know some shit, we be thinking that other people know stuff. Or just because people are in position of having money or attention or on the internet or have any kind of clout or motion that they know shit. And I'm not bagging on Ralphie or this dude, but they're having a conversation. I don't even know how old they are or whatever, but the lack of information, the lack of knowing history is crazy. I can't remember. Did I save that shit? I don't know. Let me see. Ralphie the Plug. 31 years old. He's 31, young man. Just a young person just getting out there into life, right? I want to see if I saved this shit because the shit was crucial, the shit that they were discussing. And they were like really like bamboozled or dumbfounded on the idea that, wait, America was Mexico before. So what is that? Why do they call it New Mexico? Dude, I wish I pray that I can find this just to knock home the point of people don't be knowing shit. Of course not. Let me see. Oh, did. Yes. I did. I'll save this real quick. Boom. Okay. I did save it. Here we go. What's up? I just saved that shit. Hold on. Fuck it. I'm going to just listen to it right here.
Interesting question the other day, chat. I gotta fill you guys in. He said, why are they called Native Americans if they weren't Americans before they was natives? It was something like that.
It's because we was in New Mexico, right? And I'm like, why is this New Mexico if all this shit was already Mexico? And why were the Native Americans called Native Americans when they were native to Mexico? Like it was all Mexico.
So
right?
maybe they Native Mexicans.
That's what would make the most sense to me. But
so all natives. So you Mexican.
But you have to really pinpoint when Americans became American and Mexicans became Mexicans. Because I feel like Mexicans weren't always Mexican.
And this ain't, I'm not shitting on these dudes. I'm not shitting on these young men. I'm glad that they're having the thoughts. I'm glad that they're like thinking and questioning shit. It's good that they question shit, but just think that they're.
And who invented the term America?
Bro, wait. Mexicans wasn't always Mexicans.
Yeah.
So Africans wasn't always Africans, and Asians wasn't always Asian.
Yeah, it was.
No, they wasn't.
Why Mexicans are not always Mexicans then? Help me understand, cause I'm trying.
So what I think it's because of the people that get conquered. You know what I'm saying? I got conquered, so I can
No Diddy.
But like,
I appreciate these young men, dude. I appreciate them having this conversation on the live stream. Good shit for them, man. It's for Ralphie the Plug. I'm just getting to know or understand who he is because of the Draco stuff. And that's his brother. He's a rapper. And young men, man. These niggas is 30 years old. Young.
I got conquered is crazy, nigga. You know, Evo asked an interesting question the other day, chat.
Oh, his name is Evo. Evo.
I gotta fill you guys in. He said, why are they called Native Americans if they weren't Americans before they was natives? It was something like that.
it's because
The fact, I love it. I love it. I love that these young men are thinking and talking about this shit. That's dope. Young rappers, young cats that's got respect to the hood or whatever, that they're thinking about this shit. But that's what I was saying about the Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors gave a lot of people the opportunity to hear shit or shit that they weren't actually seeking out. Like if somebody back in the day, Hidden Colors came out a long time ago, and somebody would throw that shit on and we'd be smoking or whatever, and people listening. People paying attention like, oh shit, wait, what? The Caucasoids, the Caucasus Mountains, Claude Anderson, Powerdomics, Detroit. What? Like, oh, hold on. Let's talk about this shit. Oh shit. People could have not have been from Africa, could have been from Native America, like how they talk. Black people were here before Columbus. There was African jewelry and shit here as he got here. Nigga thought he was going to India. He didn't. That's why the Indians' names, it's shit like that we knew at a young age that a lot of people didn't know. Hidden Colors did a lot of work. Good work. I bet if these dudes watched Hidden Colors, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. You ain't got to agree with everything. Their minds would be blown if they was just smoking and just hanging out, chilling, and just Hidden Colors is playing in the background. This is the funniest shit because it reminds me of me as a kid. I'm 15 years they senior. I remember having homies that was like, damn, nigga, what you talking about? Wait, how did this? Just me saying some basic shit. Bamboozled niggas like, wait, what? Oh, you don't know the strongest form? The spiral and the this and that, and the spinning, the circle. Like, oh, dude, what else you know about? Like what? Damn. No knock against you. No knock against anybody. But that's why we can't hold on to information and just retain it. And that's why I be saying everybody needs a platform to speak for young men like this. Young men like Evo. Somebody said it. Evo. And Evo, a videographer. Evo's a videographer. And the Plug by Ralphie the Plug, right? Ralphie the Plug is a rapper. His brother, you guys know more than me. I don't know why I'm even explaining it, but his brother passed away. Rest in peace. That shit, one more time, because you may think you have information that everybody else has it. Not everybody else ain't got it. That's why they push it in books.
We was in New Mexico, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, why is this New Mexico if all this shit was already Mexico?
What up, Cash?
And why were the Native Americans called Native Americans when they were native to Mexico? Like it was all Mexico.
So
right?
maybe they Native Mexicans.
That's what would make the most sense to me. But
I love this shit. That's what would make the most sense to me. I love this shit, man. Shout out to these dudes, man. That's what would make the most sense to me. Yeah. Dope. But share information, you guys. You want to knock people for doing what they're doing, but at least they sharing information. At least they talking about shit. Got people. I'm not saying they got that from Tariq Nasheed, but just there's information out there for them brothers. Somebody send them hidden colors. Can't go to my messages now.
You know, Evil asked the interesting question the other day, chat. I gotta fill you guys in. He said, why are they called Native Americans if they weren't Americans before they was natives? It was something like that.
it's because
I love this shit.
it was in New Mexico, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, why is this New Mexico if all this shit was already Mexico? And why were the Native Americans called Native Americans when they were native to Mexico?
Dude, love that shit. Because the first thing I think about is the importance of OGs. And I'm not talking about gangsters. I'm talking about OGs. Older brothers with knowledge. Older brothers with wisdom. That you could be around smoking, drinking, parlaying, chilling, whatever. And that they would be dropping knowledge. They hear that conversation. Come here, young nigga, you old dumbass. Come here, let me tell you. You don't know about what Christopher Columbus, he was trying to go to India and came here, didn't even make it here, this and that. He wasn't the first here. That's the value of older people with wisdom, with knowledge, or just somebody that had access, because then at this point you can have an amazing conversation. Enlighten people, uplift people. And that's the shit at Society of Freedom. This is the AM Wake Up Show with Rios. And that's what we doing. We just trying to enlighten, push positivity, be a blessing for somebody else, want everybody else to win. If you are new here, if you just watching or whatever, we just going over topics that we need to discuss, that we're interested in, that we want to communicate and have a conversation about. But shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Evo and Ralphie the Plug, man. And went right along with my point. Because there's another point that I want to bring up too. Shit. Good point, Joe Dirt. Good point. Yeah, even though it's funny, it's there someone in the chat who can answer their question. Yeah, wait, whose question? Somebody? I had the phone number up. If you guys want to call in, call in. If you guys want to make some points, or you know something I don't, or you want to disagree with something I said, I'm all ears, man. Slaves was here before they even made it colonies. Like, before it was the United States of America, niggas was slaves.
So you're saying
I bring this up because this is the shit I can't stand. Because this reminds me of being a child and being told that we can't do things and we can't, don't touch that, don't ask that, don't talk to that person, because we were supposed to stay in our place. We were supposed to shut up and dribble. And the worst people that tell you to shut up and dribble are your own people. Like, yeah, man, you like, the reason this is happening is because of this, because of this and this and that. If you would just shut up and this, you wouldn't have that problem. This shit right here is this old mentality of like, know your role, know your place, and behave accordingly. Accordingly to who? Accordingly to who?
saying that Angel Reese's attitude, quote unquote, doesn't translate to winning.
Yeah.
But she won a championship in college.
Yeah,
and she won 3 state championships in high school.
Yeah. And so
she won an AAU championship.
Right, but the
Caitlyn hasn't won a championship.
Oh, I ain't talking about Caitlyn. Her ability to be outside with everything that she.
Did you hear she said she's not a winner? She doesn't have the capability of winning. Then she runs down a whole list of what she's won, championships that she's won. Yeah, but she ain't won at the highest. Bitch, she's only been here 2 years. You don't give her a chance, Krusty? Yeah, but she ain't won at the highest. She just raffled off her winning at every level she's been at with her history. Looks like she's probably going to be more than likely a champion in the NBA at some point. Yeah, but you said she's not a winner. That's that mentality. Watch. Oh, you know what? I haven't gotten to the point where she's
doing, which I think is great.
Right.
Girl, let me hold some.
Right.
At the same time, that warrants the criticism that she gets because she's constantly in the public eye.
She's a public figure.
So
is LeBron not in the public eye?
We're not talking about LeBron. This is who runs the world. Girls, we talking about girls. This is girl conversation.
Okay,
I'm
but
a feminist right now.
But
all I'm saying is,
I'm a feminist right now, but you ain't making no damn sense.
She's not. I'm saying, and Beyonce gets crazy criticized.
So you're saying that Angel Reese's attitude, quote unquote, doesn't translate to winning?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying Angel Reese's attitude doesn't equate to winning? Yeah. Now watch her raffle off all the wins.
But she won a championship in college.
In college?
Yeah. She won 3.
Yeah. 3 state championships in high school.
Yeah. And so
she won an AAU championship.
And she won an AAU championship. Raffled off 5 championships. Yeah. But Dusty, you just said she don't have what it takes to win. Her attitude stops her from winning.
Right, but the
Caitlyn hasn't won a championship.
Oh, I ain't talking about Caitlyn.
I thought you was talking about women. Okay, I brought up Caitlyn. I'm not talking about Caitlyn. Now I'm gonna bring up
to be outside with everything that she's doing, which I think is great.
Right.
Girl, let me hold some.
Right.
At the same time, that warrants the criticism that she gets because she's constantly in the public eye. So
is LeBron not in the public eye?
We're not talking about LeBron.
You're not talking about Caitlyn. You're not talking about LeBron.
This is who runs the world. Girls, we talking about girls. This is girl conversation.
Okay,
I'm
but
feminist right now.
But
all I'm saying is
she's not.
She's not. I'm saying, and Beyonce gets crazy criticized.
So you're
the shut up and dribble. The shut up and dribble. You outside. You a superstar. You a celebrity. You out there enjoy. Who told you to go out there and enjoy life? You ain't supposed to be out there enjoying life, being yourself. You supposed to just be in the house, be quiet, and shut up. That's why you're getting criticized. You should be getting criticized. Why? Is it unfair criticism? Is everybody else that's doing what I'm doing getting criticized like me? That shit is funny, man. Like, stay away from those people. Don't argue. Don't even debate people like that. That will bring up a point and you shoot them down. Shoot them down. Yeah. Oh, you agree with me? Yeah. Oh, you agree with me? But that ain't what I'm talking about. Shut your ass up. Oh, shit. Hold up, we're going back down, man. Shout out to y'all, man. She gets way too much hate. She gets a lot of hate, you know what I mean? Like, maybe she's an easy target. Like, she's big, she's beautiful. You know, it's a lot to hate. Successful, it's a lot to hate on. Like, when you got shit to be hated on, motherfuckers gonna hate. Like Cat Williams said it best. If people ain't hating on you, you ain't doing something right. The more you got, the more hate is gonna come. Oh shit. Nando says I'm Pickaninny and Cherokee and Taino. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the tribes in the East Coast that say they are Jerusalem. They are the original Israelites. They are the real Hebrews. It's a whole bunch of shit out there that you could debate and argue and talk about and study and research. They got tribes that they say that what they talking about is the people here. The Massachusetts, some shit like that. Shout out y'all, man. This is Ghetto Cafe, man. We just winning over here. Hopefully, oh boy, Water God hits me back. I'm gonna hit up Viral and just chop it up with him. I just want to pick his brain on some shit about what they think and what they talking about. So nobody wants to call in on is FBA a valid identity or does it divide? No call in there. Would you like, if you had the opportunity, would you become a citizen of Ghana? That's another call-in topic if you want. If you had the opportunity, do I hear somebody? Would you? I thought I'm hearing things. Would you take the citizenship to Ghana? Why or why not? Why wouldn't you? Would you? Why wouldn't you? In the times that shit is right now? Hey, Callie, it's all good. They don't have to call in, but they can answer in the chat. Should reparations be for U.S. slavery descendants only? Yeah. Let me not answer. I'm not going to answer. So first question, since y'all don't want to call in, first question, is FBA a valid identity? That's the first one. Is FBA a valid identity? Or does it divide more than it unifies? Let me answer. How are we going to unify outside if we can't unify within? That's always an argument we always use. Like, shit, let us get our shit first. Let us get our shit together. And yeah, we can unify. You support us in going after what we're trying to get. You support FBA and what they're trying to get. And then we'll discuss all the extra shit, all the rest. Then we'll worry about that. Just support us. Shit, don't you benefit enough from what niggas have been through? What FBA has been through? ADOS has been through? You benefit from all that shit. So that's one. It's a forced identity. So, Callie, so if it's a forced identity, you mean it's a forced name? It's a forced name? Like, so FBA is a forced name as an identity? Because what he's saying is descendants of American slavery. How is that a forced identity? Is that not a fact? Is that not something that some people are? Aren't some people descendants of slaves in America that went through that horrendous shit here in America? I don't know if that's forced or if it's a fact. You may not identify as it. It's not forced, but it's a fact that you are. JB, conceptually, it's a real thing. It's not made up. It's a fact. Like what they're stating is a fact. Now, a forced identity, trying to force people to say I'm an FBA or that's what I identify as in, they're not forcing people to identify as that. But when it comes down to who gets reparations for what was done in America, how do you identify the dividends and portioning out that shit? If you don't say, yeah, my lineage directly leads to Bubba Joe in 1810. So what's the deeper thing though, Callie? And that's just a real question. I'm just really trying to find out, like, what's the deeper thing? And I don't think just because you identify that you are a descendant of slavery in America, that's all it is. A descendant of slavery in America, the United States of America. That doesn't mean that you don't like Africans or that Africans ain't shit or people from Jamaica ain't shit or the diaspora ain't shit. It's just saying, I'm just recognizing my shit here. This is a good topic. Even though I'm talking to myself, it's got my shit fired off. I didn't want to delete the message. I just wanted to time him out. But when you time the person out, it deletes the message. Let me see what the message said. I don't like when people spam shit. if you I don't want to time him out because it's not a bad statement. It's not a bad comment, but I don't like it when people spam. If you don't, I will take you off to, how do I take him out? How do I take him off timeout? How do I take him off? I don't even know how to take him off timeout. My bad. I wasn't against his message. I was against him spamming that shit. If you support Iran, Pakistan, you can support FBA. If not for us, you wouldn't come to America. We prepared for you with our blood and sacrifice. You did not migrate to your country, but here in America. Yeah, I don't know why you spam that though. That like, you could have super chatted that or anything. I didn't mean to put you on timeout. I put him on for timeout for a long ass time too. I don't know how to undo that shit actually. Damn. Can somebody? I don't know how to undo a timeout. My bad. Mace Windu, my bad. I didn't mean to time you out for that long, but it's all good. Call in. If you want to call in, you can call in. Go sit in the corner. You can call in if you want to call in, man. Because if we don't get one, we're going to go. Because the people were getting on Ghana for the UN shit, for the reparations, but they stepping up when nobody else is. I would visit Ghana. I would, if you could do dual citizenship, I would do dual citizenship. This is the AM Wake Up Show, #1 morning show in the whole wide world. Craig, caller, where you calling from and what's your name? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Caller. I don't hear him. Damn. You there? Hold on. Let me turn off the Bluetooth and turn it back on. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. This is the AM Wake Up Show. Caller, where you calling from? What's your name, man? Thank you for calling in.
Cali bags only, East Side, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hey, man, Indianapolis, Indiana, man. Let's go. Cali bags, thank you for calling in, man, brother. I always appreciate you. You know, sometimes it takes a lot to do to call in. You know what I mean? Not everybody is brave enough or confident enough, but this is a safe space. Ain't nobody going in like that, but thank you, man. Appreciate you. So you were saying it's deeper than...
I just be wondering...
You were saying that it's deeper than what it is like just about identifying as that. And I appreciate you calling in to try to inspire other people and motivate other people to call in. Thank you.
Most definitely. Let's get them call-ins rolling. My point is, like, I kind of like, cause like you said, bro, it's been people for years. Like myself, when a person asks me if I'm African American, I'm gonna say Black American. I don't know the first thing about my roots, you know, to Africa. You know, my sixth great grandmother was like, you know, a slave. You know, she ran off with a slave owner. I got more European in my bloodline than African that I know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
because it's easier to trace.
I say all that to say, exactly. That's as far back as I can trace, right? And that's not our fault. That's not our fault that we don't know, you know. So that's not. It's never a bad thing to say, hey, I'm a Black American. I'd rather identify as a Black American. I don't think that's what's segregating us. But this FBA movement, I look at it like kind of like the Black Lives Matter thing, right? Mm-hmm. 2016, 2015, you start seeing these Black men get killed on camera by police officers. So there was a genuine hashtag Black Lives Matter. There was nobody making money off of this that we knew of at the time. It was just a simple hashtag in the movement. And you know, like people really like protesting.
Yeah.
Come to find out years later, about 2020, 21, you realize it's a whole LLC. It's people making millions off of this thing, black and white people. You feel me? That's running this. Like, so like I'm saying all that to say, you got to question everything, bro. The base belief that yes, we are descendants of slaves, and you know the base belief of that's like that's something we can all agree on. But as far as like the movement itself, you said it yourself, but we got people like Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar,
19 Keys.
By the way, these you got these brothers who pushing a similar message. Why aren't they pushing it together?
Right. Like you guys actually agree on a lot of shit. Like you guys actually want the same thing. But what is
exactly? That's why I say it's something we don't. It's something, and to me, like I don't like when we like be like we talk about the hypocrites and then we be just like them, bro. It's a certain point where like, okay, pushing your skin, like pushing the black movement, okay, cool. But then you go into borderline black supremacy. And on top of that, still contradicting yourself while you're doing it. You pushing black, for example, pushing black this, black power, black this. A black woman like Doechii goes online and say that she's not sexually attracted to black men. And you go online and start calling her all type of B words and all this, calling this black lady all type of B words and all that because she don't like black men.
Because she don't align with your belief or your thought or opinion. She don't align with that. So now she's like, how convenient now you don't support black.
Exactly. Like stuff like that makes me question like the genuineness of these so-called like leaders. You know, that's all. That was really the main point that I was just trying to push about the FBA itself. FBA, Foundational Black American. Like, why does it have to even be a title? Like I said, there's been people for years. Like even myself, like I've always said that before I ever heard of the FBA. I always said I'm a Black American.
Mm-hmm.
But the FBA movement in itself, you feel me? I just question some of the genuineness of the people that's so-called like leading this movement.
Right. No, and look, the thing is, look, so you said it's almost like black superiority, right? So I'm gonna talk about two things. I'm gonna talk about three things maybe. So the thing about the Black Lives Matter, right? Like, okay, Black Lives Matter got a horrible image now because they said they were making money and then they had mansions and one of the people was buying homes and this and that, right? But what they never ever talk about
B&B's for her son's birthday party.
B&B's for her son's birthday party. But guess what? They never talk about the positive shit that they're still doing right now in the hood, in Leimert Park. They're putting together foundations and putting kids in this and that and doing this and that. But because of the psyop, you know what I mean? These are the real psyops. You know what I mean? Like, damn, niggas don't even like the movement that was for them because somebody benefited from it. Like, much rather a motherfucker benefit and get a mansion from the shit, for sure, whatever. But the one person went wrong. But the whole organization and the things, they're still doing stuff in historical black neighborhoods, building communities, building out foundations, putting businesses for people. But it always gets the spin of whatever was negative about it. Yeah, there's going to be pros and cons to shit. But the reason they started was at the college campus and this and that. And it did grow bigger than whatever. But people just started stealing the All Lives Matter and just running with it, writing it, but didn't go to no meetings, didn't go do anything, didn't do no work. You just went out here and just rioted. So I see that and I get that. I get the point where you're saying like that's a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, but only the one negative gets talked about versus the 1,000 amazing things. You get me? So FBA could be having some negative shit, negative energy to it, but does it outweigh what they're actually trying to accomplish? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't fuck with Tariq Nasheed. He's too divisive or this and that. But at the base of it, what is he trying to do? And that's why I wanted to have the conversation, because I was like, what is the common ground here? Is he trying to establish an identity so that you can check a box to say, hey, there's $1 million waiting for you? Because guess what? They've had reparations for people and they've excluded us out of it because of we're darker than a brown paper bag. You know about the brown paper bag rule?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they said, like, oh, you're an Indian darker than brown, this color, you can't get these reparations. So it's like almost like you gotta like instill some shit so that they can't deny. I don't know. That's just what I'm just making that up. I don't know if that's really why they're doing it, but I would think that's why.
Yeah, because okay, and if that was what my question then would be, because we're talking about America, we're talking about this land specifically, in the history of this land in America. So it's way bigger than just black people. It's way bigger than the slaves. You have, bro. You just played the video, Ralphie and them, bro. It was Hispanics on this land. There are native, which you can call them Indians, on this land, and there was black people on this land. You feel me? Like, why aren't we pushing all of us to? You feel me? Why can't all of us? What makes a black person, a slave, a descendant of a slave? What makes him more deserving of reparations before, like a Cherokee Indian?
They got
or
a
Mexican who
but the Indians got reparations.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean?
They got reparations.
Yeah.
If you feel okay, I disagree with the fact that they got reparations, but let's say they did get reparations, whatever reparations there are that they have. You feel like if we got those same reparations, like it would make a difference?
I think it would make a
difference. Or
difference.
do you feel like we would be ungrateful, and do you feel like we would be asking for more? Like, no, this ain't enough. We were slaves. We don't want to get no.
Now, I think like I'm listening, and I think that is a null and void question. Like, what would happen if that? Like, we won't know until it happens, right? And I'm not gonna base it off. Well, some people are grateful, some people are ungrateful. This and that. Like, some people spoil, some not. The thing is, the slave masters got reparations. The niggas who lost slaves, they got reparations. You don't see the slave owners in the Dominican or the slave owners that was in Jamaica like, hey, they got reparations. Where's mine? You know what I mean? Like, nigga, that's American reparations. They paid those American slave owners reparations for their loss of investment and profit. I don't know if it's Dominican or Haiti. They're paying billions to France for fighting for their freedom. Africa's paying France for fighting for their freedom and freeing themselves. Like, the thing is, like, I don't think it's wrong. I think the way, like, the messaging can be off, and it can, like, nigga, let's sit down and agree on some shit and figure out how we do this and how we do it the right way. Just because JB made a good point, he said, the leader misrepresenting the concept doesn't change the truth of the concept. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And that's what it is like, damn, like, come on, y'all. Let's support each other in our things. Like, shit, oh, you guys want that over there? This is what you find. But I feel like I'm just using FBA just to say, I'm gonna just say descendants of slaves in America, right, are always supportive of everybody else's movement. Everybody else's movement, fighting for them. Like, get that. Like, yeah, they deserve that. But then when those people say, damn, where's my shit? Niggas is like, nah, man, like, how am I gonna pay for that? I wasn't here when they did that. Why do I gotta pay for that? Because you pay for it because you benefit from it.
But again, though, how many people like these leaders of the FBA did you see like speaking out against ICE or speaking like free the oppressed, the Congo, the Palestine, the Lebanon, the Syria? Like, how many people, like, so I see what you're saying, like, we are supportive and we are, like, we take other people, other cultures in and we embrace them. But, like, really, how much support, but hold that thought. I really want to go back to the reparations thing, right?
Okay, and then I'm going to talk to you about, don't forget that last thing that you said, because I know I'm going to forget. Don't forget what you just said, because I am going to forget.
Okay. Okay, so, all right, so look, okay, the reparations thing, because it's like they did get reparations. Mm-hmm. They got reparations for broken treaties and land loss, not for the genocide. And they said it's land loss. They labeled it as land loss. They don't label it as land theft, which is exactly what it was. They didn't give them reparations for their land theft and the genocide that they went through. And the reparations they did get, it added up to a total of $1.3 billion. These payments often average roughly to $1,000 per person. So again, when you say, oh, they did get their reparations, it's our turn. Do you feel like $1,000 to each and every one of us is going to change anything that's going on in America right now?
Would you right now exchange casino ownership for what you have right now?
Would I exchange what ownership?
Casino ownership and land for what you have right now.
Yeah, we ain't got shit.
Yeah, so there you go, nigga.
But I'm saying, like, we not getting that. I'm just
No, but they are. But
like,
that's what I'm saying. They are. They have reservation. They have land. It may not be the most amazing thing ever, but nigga, they have casinos. They do have families. But guess what also happened with that? The light skins infiltrated that shit. They were giving land to Indians, and guess who got a lot of the land? White immigrants.
I could only
immigrants. They gave the land to white immigrants instead of giving it to the Indians that really deserve the land. Who's going to get to fill out the applications? How are they going to get the applications? Where are they going to find out where the applications is at? Nigga, they didn't just migrate west for no reason. These immigrant white people that were foreigners, they gave them the land. All this shit is all been. They've benefited. They won't give us reparations, but they've benefited from other niggas' reparations. They benefited from Indians' reparations. White people benefited from that. Like, oh, I'm Indian. But then when we say we want what you said, like, it's not like we pulled this shit out of thin air, nigga. Motherfuckers didn't pull this number or this idea out of thin air. This is what you said was coming our way. You gave it to the Asians. You gave it to the Japanese. You gave it to the Chinese. You gave it to the Jews. You gave it to this. You gave it to the Indians. So what is your reason for not giving it this way? I'm just saying. But it's because everybody don't fuck with niggas. Like, it's like, oh, shit, nah, they cool. They good. Look at how they acting. They don't need it. But when it come up for other people, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. The whole world recognized this shit as the worst shit ever. Besides the motherfuckers who did it.
I just feel like, bro, it's too much of us like being like the white man. I don't want to. I kept saying like the enemy or we being like the hypocrites, but I'm gonna just say the white man because that's what I'm talking about.
That's a very valid point.
I feel like we're taking after the white. I feel like we're taking after the white man with our tactics, brother. You feel me? Like, and like somebody said, how are these other struggles that I'm mentioning, you feel me, got anything to do with the black, FBA and all that stuff, right? To answer that, going back to the point I said, you said don't forget.
Oh yeah.
Cause you said, we embrace our. Bro, I don't really see like, and it's not just us. You feel me? Like, you got callers, bro, who call in. You would be talking about Diddy, and somehow they'll change it to talking about ICE and Trump, right? And they're not even, and then it ain't even about ICE. It's just specifically their culture. They're like their color. You feel me? As if there are all type of immigrants being deported, right? You feel me? That's my thing, right? It's like, my thing just be like, what make your struggle so like worse than the next? So, and you say like, oh, we embrace. I never seen nobody speaking out about the like I said, the example I gave about the black feminist, the niggas talking bad about the black feminist girl, Dolce and all that. That's one example of us not supporting. I don't ever see anybody supporting, you feel me, no black supremacists, no FBA guys supporting the ICE stuff, speaking out against ICE, speaking out against Syria, Israel, you feel me, Trump, Lebanon, Palestine, all of these countries that are oppressed, you feel me? And we mad that they come in here and getting some reparations before us. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's like some kid shit. Like, he got like an extra Chico stick than me. Like, you feel me? Like, it's just like, I don't know. I just don't like what make our struggle worse than the next,
Okay, so the final point I'll say, oh, he's got an extra Chico stick than me. But how many times are you going to sit idly by why people keep getting an extra Chico stick? Maybe that one time is cool, like, oh shit, okay, like, hey, more power to cuz. You got two. I got one, I'm cool with that. But how many times are you gonna let that happen? Are you gonna sit by and watch it happen and just keep doing the same thing over and over? Yeah, I'm fighting for the people, doing the good fight, fighting the good fight, fighting the good fight. But you just keep seeing everybody benefiting from your fight. From me being here, and people want to say they deny. We never asked black people to come here. That. Shit, y'all want motherfuckers in every fight.
That's bullshit.
You want motherfuckers in every fight. Guess who's the first one to get a stick, Billy stick up the head, arrested? You get that nigga, point him out. Go get him. I don't like niggas. Go get him. It's how long does it take for a motherfucker to be like, Dude, y'all fight for me now. All y'all fight for me now. I'm just asking for what they said they was going to. This is the crazy shit. I'm just asking for the shit that was promised to me. I'm not even asking for some new shit or just making some shit up. Hey, y'all niggas, hey, you know what? Y'all did us dirty. This is what you need to do to us. This is what you need to do to us because, no, this is some shit. I'm just saying, reiterating. Hey, remember what you guys promised us? You never did that. Yeah. Then you continue to do other shit afterwards. And this is, I think it's just like a basic thing, but it does get caught up into the divisiveness, you versus me versus you. But it's a factual thing.
Not for sure.
And I love your points.
Nah.
I love like how you say, when do you see? I don't know who the FBA leaders are. First, I only know Tariq Nasheed and then the dude who Viral Way was talking to. I don't really know everybody that's involved or any that kind of research. But at this point, I do feel like people be like, nigga, like free Palestine or what's happening over here is going down. But nobody's talking about the devastation and the robbery and the mutilation of King Leopold. He was one of the most horrible people in the world. No one's talking about what he did in Congo. Yeah. No one's talking about Belgium chocolate that was fucking hands, that were hands of children, hands of men, and they had chocolate that they were selling. But the thing is, if we get to recognize them not as human, we could treat them horribly. And they don't deserve,
exactly.
or they're not owed anything either because they're not even human. We can do whatever we want to them.
Exactly, bro. You feel me? Yeah, I don't disagree with, you feel me? I agree with more of what you said than I disagree with. Like you said, bro, you just got to, to the chat, just think to yourself, bro, like how many of these people that's speaking out about this type of stuff are for the betterment of human rights versus the betterment of their skin color or their racist rights? You feel me? I feel like it's a difference.
Yes.
You feel me? I don't think too many people is pushing human rights. That's all.
And that's, but that's also the thing of what I've been pushing is like thinking like the abusive behavior.
Topic,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I rock with you because like you ain't like, you feel me. One day we might be talking about this, the next day we might be talking about Iran and what's going on. We talking about like it's stuff going on all over this world. It's messed up stuff going on everywhere, bro.
For sure.
You feel me? And we got it better than a lot of them people that we be talking about.
For sure. We do.
Reparations or not, so that's all. For sure. I appreciate you, Rios.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you, Callie. Keep killing it, man.
Yes, sir.
So I brought up, someone said hands. You see these chocolates? That's right here, these Belgium chocolates. You see these people with their hands cut off? They were selling chocolate hands. Look up Leopold. I'll look him up for you. Look at this picture. They trying to say that they, this is a documented picture, first off. I can't even use that. But they used to make, can't use that picture. That's just documented like a motherfucker. They used to make men hold the hands of their children that was cut off. They used to make them hold the hands of their children of their hands being cut off because they didn't work properly. They didn't get enough work done for the day. And I'm not trying to say, and Callie Baggs brought up a good point of like trauma comparison, pain comparison. Yeah, that's a bad thing to try to compare pain and trauma. Whatever trauma people go through, that's their trauma, and you can't say that one is greater than the other. But I can say what was forgotten and what wasn't talked about. The Congo been through some shit. The rainforest in Congo is bigger than Texas. Let that sink in. The Congo is bigger than Texas. Rainforest, forest shit, bigger than Texas. You know how long it takes to drive through Texas? You don't think they've been robbing and pillaging and stealing every resource out of that motherfucker? The magnitude of the population decline over the period is disputed, with modern estimates ranging from 1.2 million to 10 million. Just imagine how much money the Congo has generated for whatever country is doing whatever, Belgium, France, whatever the fuck, whatever Eastern European, whatever they're getting dominated by. Just think about how much money was generated from what was in the Congo and how the people were devastated. This shit that's going on. Yeah. Real shit. Strange fruit from the popular tree. What up, Cash, man? Strange fruit, dog face. Yeah. Valid fucking points. Playmaker. I feel you. I understand. It's an uphill battle. Like, it's a fight. It's an uphill battle. From a position of lack, you know what I mean? A position of a lack of self-awareness, a lack of self-love, a lack of self-appreciation, a lack of self-respect, knowing and appreciating and loving ourselves and demanding that love and respect in return. It's an uphill battle. We got a lot of in-house fighting going on, but it ain't too much. It ain't too much. It ain't over for anybody. This is a young country. All the shit that you did to us was within a short time period. It wasn't like it was 3,000 years of what you did, all that shit within this amount of time. Pay up, nigga. And that's if I don't even get shit. Like, pay up to the motherfuckers that can get it. So I would love to talk to an FBA. I would love to talk to somebody who disagrees, that actually has a history with it. Hey, this is the AM Wake Up Show. Coffee with Rios. Caller, where you calling from? What's your name?
Man, it's your boy Cash, man, calling from the man.
Hey.
Say, bro. Man, hey, I just want to, yeah, y'all know what's going on, man. The one-eyed Cash, man.
What's up, Cash? What's going down, man?
Ain't nothing cool in 3. I just wanted to say, man, I've been in this chat. I just been in the shadows, but I just had to call in. Shout out to Cali. You dig? Y'all was definitely touching on some great points. And I just wanted to speak on who I think his name, the people, all the people, Rashid and all them.
Oh, yeah. Tariq Rashid, yeah.
What I see from them, even though it's the same message, what I see is the outsiders put so much chatter on it to where it makes them feel like my message is greater than yours because of the route I took. My route was hard, so I feel like you should listen to what I'm saying, when if everybody just shut up and listen, like they say, shut up and dribble. But if you just shut up and listen, you'll just see that everybody is really on the same point. And again, like Callie was saying, most protect the weak. They only speak about protecting the weak. And I say that from the kids, Lebanon, Palestine, all these different places, and even the Black Lives Matter movement, right? They only say I'm going to protect it is beneficial. So everything is a business. And I just look at it like when you understand that factor, you can't allow yourself to get emotionally attached to these things, because I remember when the Black Lives Matter movement first came out, right? And they started doing the marches and everything. I had a homie. We caught a flat tire right where I'm from in the Ninth Ward. So I'm like, all right, cool. They don't know this car, but I'm gonna go talk to my people and let them know that this is my car. I'm gonna get the jack and the tire. I'll be back.
Yeah. By
the time we come back, they didn't jam shack the car, everything out the car. You know, the first thing my homie said, this was one of my military homies, and he was a YT, the Caucasian side. You know the first thing he said? This was the first thing he said. I guarantee you it was one of the Black Lives Matter people.
Shit.
So that right there, there you go. That right there shows you that they may be associated with you, affiliated with you, speak like they want to be you, but when it's time for them to actually stand in the shoes of you, oh man, they're going to go the other way.
They going to go the other way. And this happened to me at least 3 times where I'm like, God damn, you lied, right?
Man, I'm
like
telling you,
you wouldn't even go get in that much trouble. Like you did that shit for nothing.
Facts.
Damn.
Man, but that I just look at it, like I said, man, I just sit back like a fly on the wall and just get the knowledge before I speak on anything. And even when I speak on things, it's kind of like I pick and choose when to speak, because I'm not about to get in no lip wrestling match with you. I ain't got time for it. So I'm not about to do all that shenanigans. So then everybody from the outside looking like, look at those two imbeciles yelling over nothing. So I'm the type of person, like, I'm going to be strategic on when I speak to it and understand who I'm speaking to it about, so that we can have these mature conversations, because that's another thing that a lot of people in today's society lack. We lack maturity. And maturity isn't just saying I'm growing so I can listen to you. Maturity is just saying, okay, I could agree to disagree, and we don't have to have any type of dispatching and all that negativity that's going to come if we start yelling at each other. Because again, if I'm in a room with somebody, I have people in here as well. I'm not going to say that these are the best people. However, they my people and they're in this room. So if you start looking like you're an aggressor towards me and what I got going on, they may want to return the aggression. So I tell everybody to just keep it down. Let's be mature about the situation. And we understand your point, I understand my point, and we agree to disagree if that's what it has to be.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the shit I want to see, because we have like the greatest opportunity right now to put that on display. Like, put that shit on display. Yes. Like, okay, shit. Like, and that's really what I love about what we do here. Like, I don't agree with everything, and I don't say I know everything. You say you don't know everything. You say like, shit, well, thank you. I didn't know that. This, like, we're all in the space of knowing that we don't know, damn near don't know shit. Like, we're just figuring life out together. And like a point that you made that's like really relevant is, and I just came up with this in my head, is like, stop exhausting yourself talking with people that ain't practicing listening. Stop exhausting yourself talking to people that don't practice listening. Like, you just talking to somebody that all they are is offensive game. You just loaded your basketball team up with nothing but scores. All they do is talk. Guess what? You need listeners on your team. You can't just sit here and talk with motherfuckers, talking back to each other.
Thanks. That's why I tell everybody that's associated with me and that's around me, I get the game from the older folks, man. The older heads gonna give me the game, and I'm a student of the game, so I like to listen. And I tell my level and the levels underneath me, like, hey, look, Cub, we gotta listen, because at the end of the day, though you may feel you did something more lavish than this person has more wisdom. And I tell people, sometimes wisdom trumps you being gangster. Sometimes wisdom trumps you being lavish. Sometimes wisdom trumps you being popular. So sometimes you need to listen to that wisdom.
For sure, 100%.
And that, yeah. And that's just that's like me, man. I'm a student again. Like I said, I'm a student of the game. So, like Erica Badu said, I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. And the man who knows, he knows nothing at all.
Right.
That's the man who knows. The man who knows he knows nothing at all. Because every day we gonna learn. I'm learning something today. I ain't gonna need much cap you down. I'm learning something today. So it's just kind of like, listen, it pays off. Like, and that's the other thing is like, that's why I brought up that Ralphie the plug thing with his boy. They having that conversation back and forth. I think that's dope. You know what I mean? Like, I laugh because I look at them like young men. Like, I'm laughing at myself. Like, laughing at myself when I was young. And like, just being able to relate and be able to be like, dude, these dudes is funny. But they trying to figure it out. But now that I think about it, what I'm thinking is like, the tragedy that's happened is that these young men, when I was young like that, when I was young and like dumb, didn't know stuff, I wasn't the richest nigga in my hood. I wasn't the richest. I didn't have the most money. Like, I didn't have everything to where niggas who was OGs or older had to come groveling to me or asking me for money. And so these young men who are lacking knowledge are also still, even though they lack knowledge, they got game in the streets and they're providing for many of people. So there's nobody really gaming them up on life, because how you gonna game up the nigga that's feeding you? These young niggas is feeding you. And another point to that is most people don't want to do that because they don't want to cut it off.
Exactly.
You know, it's like I want to tell you something, and I know I should tell you this. However, you bringing me $1,000 a week. I don't want that $1,000 a week to stop because I've been banking on that for the last 16 weeks.
Last 16 weeks.
If I let you slide right now, there you go. Look, if I let you slide right now, I'm gonna still get my 1,000. So I'm gonna let you slide so I could get my 1,000, and that's that soft batch activity right there.
Right, that's real soft batch.
Deal, man. It's a cold game.
It's a cold game, and then look at this. This is another part of it is that shit. He is support. They are, these young niggas is supporting me. They supporting the hood. They supporting everybody around. They the money makers. We gonna let them do what they want. I could give him wisdom. I could give him some game, but goddamn, that might elevate that nigga's brain to where he's like, nigga, the shit I'm doing is wrong. I gotta elevate. I gotta get on some.
I don't have that. There you go. Now I'm so afraid. I'm afraid already. That's why I have you doing this. And if I give you game, I know that's gonna entice your ability to listen, and then you're gonna go get game somewhere else, and you're gonna seek that, and you're gonna understand that what I'm doing is wrong. So now I'm gonna stop. Now me again. Now it's back to the top of the umbrella, the scared guy. I'm still afraid, and I just lost one of my protections because of this, and this, and now I'm afraid my spot may get taken or something like that. Like, I see that a whole lot, and that's why I used to tell everybody when I was coming up, I used to be like, that ain't my OG, that's my OG. And they'd be like, why you chose Cub over here? I say, listen to him. Oh, but he a wino. I say, listen to him.
Listen to him.
Oh, man, but he a wino. Man, listen to him. That's why I'm going to respect him as my OG before I respect the dude in the Cutlass on 20 and Bows. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because look, you calling him a wino. You calling him a wino, but he looked like he had peace. The nigga in the Cutlass is looking over his shoulder.
Exactly. Every 5 seconds of the conversation, he looking around. But when you go sit and talk to who you call the wino, because after he get off work, he like to come and sit on the neutral ground or sit on the corner and have a few beers.
Kick his feet up with no worry.
You come on, man. That's living.
That's living.
And it's again, bro, I tell people, man, it's not even better living. It's just living better.
It's just living better. And you, like, I get like my peace and me knowing that I'm passing on what I know, not out of fear that I won't benefit from it. Like, nigga, the world will benefit from it. I don't need no direct benefit from what I'm telling you. I don't need no assistance. I don't need that from you. What I need for you is to be the best person that you could possibly be, to be a great dad for your children, to be a great brother for your brothers, to be a great son for your mom or your dad. I just need you to be a better person in your community. I don't need no money for this shit. And that's the thing, is that niggas is on government assistance from young niggas. Young niggas got these old niggas on government assistance, and they looking up to them like they the big homie. Nigga, no matter what, your experience in life is more valuable than money. You might be able to help avoid this nigga from jail, death, whatever. But you keeping your mouth shut just like the motherfuckers around Whitney Houston. Yeah, you just letting her get doped up, doing all this kind of shit because you worried that your gravy train is going to get shut off. So you just letting her get doped up.
Yep.
Well, shit, she's still making
and
money.
That's crazy that they'll ride the train to anywhere before they understand that we all have a destination. And that's what I tell everybody. Tell, don't get on this train and just ride this train to anywhere because guess what? This train got a destination, whether you know it or not.
Right. And then look, they'll hop off the train at the last minute and then look at the crash and be like, God damn, that's crazy. No, it's crazy how you rode that motherfucker to death.
They don't even know what's going on. Exactly. You just sent me down this path, gang, and you knew it was at the end. But instead, you didn't even tell me to make no left or nothing. You just told me go ahead first.
Yeah, you know this motherfucker brakes is out.
Go ahead first.
You know the motherfucker brakes is out. You ain't gonna better stop. You know, right before that turn, it's a lake right there. We gonna jump off at the lake. What we gonna do with Whitney? She gonna die.
Facts.
But we had a good 10, 15 years.
Facts. And I'm a fix. I don't think. I know that's why everybody is drawn to you, though, 3. Everybody drawn to you, not just because, you was a aerospace technician, you did the cool shit working on the rockets and doing all that, man, all that shit. I don't care about that. You dig what I'm saying? It's like, cuz, when I was going through it, cuz, like, hey, cuz, you got this, cuz, look. You got to move and groove, go get these books. And those books was the knowledge that I was seeking in that dark time in my life, regardless of what happened after that. Because think about this. Remember, I was in a dark spot in my life. I reached out to you 3. You gave me those books. And then probably like 3 months later, I get into that bad car accident and lose my eye. I lose my life and then gained it back and I lost my eye like immediately after that.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
You told me about them books you told me about them books in January. I died in March. Come on, man. And look, I'm still out here smiling. Look, a year later, I'm still out here smiling, moving and grooving, humping and pumping.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? It can't stop nothing.
Can't stop nothing. Elevated.
Only thing, that's it. Only thing different is my level now. And now I move even more strategic than what I did before simply because of my sight situation.
Yeah, because you enhance like other things. You enhance yourself. Like, okay, boom, boom. Like, okay, let me get this together. Bam. Okay, this is here. But you know what? It's going to be like that shit don't even exist. I'm such a cold ninja now. I'm a samurai and a ninja.
Facts.
Like,
Facts. I'm both. You dig what I'm saying? Look,
let's incorporate all this shit into this new move, nigga.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like the homie near star said, man, Carl out here with the Bret Hart glasses on. I had the Oakley medals on. And I pulled up to the set.
Shit.
It was like Carl out here with the Bret Hart on.
Dude.
But look, when I left the set, guess what? Everybody had on the Bret Hart. So don't worry about nothing.
Don't worry about nothing.
Deal, everybody. We all had on the Bret Harts because though they was laughing at them, they was like, nah, cut them whole swaggy.
They swaggy, they vicious. Look,
like, yeah, fly.
Look, the homie got shot in the eye, right? The little homie, younger cat got shot in the eye. Lost his eye, right? And so he come around, he be having the patch, he had the patch on for a minute or whatever, but then he finally came around with the glasses and his glasses and the glass eye. And he get over there, we all smoking, just circle of us smoking in the alley or whatever. And this is just the place that we in at that time, just mentally, energy-wise, like, you know, we ain't scared of nothing, like death ain't nothing. And he come over there.
Right.
I said, nigga, why you come over here looking like a jazz singer, nigga, with them glasses on?
The six-member Bell Biv DeVoe.
Dude came over there looking like he played a saxophone. I said, nigga, if you don't take them glasses off and put on, just let your little crazy eye be here, nigga. That shit had us all dying, but that's how we dealt with life.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you coming over here looking like a crazy ass nigga saxophone player, but we laughing it off. Like, nigga, that's all good. You fuck your eye, nigga. We still moving. Ain't stopped nothing.
Facts.
We still here.
Facts. And that's and when you have that genuine love, you understand that and you feel that, and that's what everybody in the world is really in search of. Everybody in the world, if they really take a step back and just really deep into themselves and just soul search with them,
Yeah.
They gonna all know, bro, we all out here just trying to feel real, genuine love. We all want to experience that real, genuine love. We want to go on family trips like 3. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We trying to do that. So what I'm telling you is you inspiring us, man. Regardless of who's saying it, who not saying it, you inspiring us, man. Me and Fred always having conversations. And I be telling him, like, look, boy, from when I met you to where you at now, man, what? I could say I'm a proud homie.
Right.
I could say I'm a proud homie. Cause when I met Cuz, I pushed up on Cuz, and Cuz looked at me like, and we both looking at each other. I'm like, we cool. He's like, we cool. You dig? I mean, fuck, it was, look,
shit.
It was dark, you dig?
Yeah. Like,
dark, but you know, yeah, and Cuz just was like, man, I ain't gonna need much cap, Cuz just talking to you. He said, man, you sound like you a little dude. He said, but when you see you, he like, Cuz, you big. I'm like, yeah, I'm 6'1", you know, just 190 pounds.
That's 195.
A little muscle here, a little muscle there.
With a cold left hook and a right straight
here,
right. With a good little dip here to dip there.
It's always, and it's always just been that love. And it's just like, you know, like I said, just seeing where he started from on this internet and knowing he wasn't the type to get on here, and now he could get on here comfortably and articulate himself well enough to where everybody be like, man, we loving this.
Yeah.
Like, we was loving Trey, but we loving this. Like, we was liking Trey, but we loving this.
Right.
We was fucking with Trey, but we loving this. Like, the love for this isn't changing. Everything else with Trey was up and down, cuz you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what it was.
Yeah.
Everybody just was into that rah-rah side. But now it's the grown man side. It's the grown man time.
Exactly. And the honesty of both people are honest, but one is vulnerable. One was protecting the itself. One is like, nigga,
the vulnerable side.
Yeah. And that one is like, nah, I'm me regardless of what you think about me. I'm me regardless of what is said or thought, nigga. I'm me. And this is what I'm going through. This is what I went through. This is my struggle. Let me talk to y'all about my struggle instead of about my successes. I don't have to have this toughness or this image. Like, nah, nigga, like no matter what, this right hand and this trigger, this right hand, this right hand, yeah. These fighting skills that I got are here no matter what. They're here, like, no, regardless, I still got what I got. But now I'm free, and that's society of freedom, nigga. Like, now I'm free to be. Oh shit.
And that's why I mean, shout out to the homies, man. It's 50s all day, man. Shout out to Smack, Better Living.
Shout out.
I like to say, man, it ain't better living to me, it's just living better.
It's just living better.
I only came up with that after I had my experience, because I mean, everybody would never understand the materialistic side of better living. So instead of trying to make somebody crash out to regain or retain something that they may not never have materialistically, let's just say live better.
Yeah.
Look, because whatever that means and entails to you, you're going to have success doing that versus you trying to chase the definition of better living. Because most times when you see the homie saying better living, they showing off a Rolex, they showing off a nice car, so it make you think and equivalent that with materialistic things. To where if you just think, man, I'm gonna just start living better.
Dude,
whatever that is, that could go from smoking tobacco to not smoking tobacco. That could go from not taking a shower every night to taking a shower every night. Whatever living better means to you is a betterment for you. Don't try to go out there and chase the materialistic of better living. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because what I think when you first said it, it made me think, because it's like, okay, is it the same thing? No, it's not the same thing. Because better living, this is just my outlook on it. Better living is like, damn, he's doing better than us. Like, that's better living. He's doing better than I'm doing. Living better means you doing better than you used to be doing. Like, no, he's doing better than he used to be doing. Better living means like that nigga living is better living than everybody. That's better living. That's what living better means. He's being a better person. He's doing more for himself. He's living in a better light. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about material things.
And that goes back to the whole thing of me versus me. So if you're really in the construct of me versus me and understanding that you are your only either successor or your only demise, you should understand what living better means.
Mm-hmm. That's 100 right there. That's real shit.
Hey, man, we mic dropping all the time. Don't worry about nothing. We
Don't worry
moving,
about
we
nothing.
grooving, we sliding, we diving. You dig? 50s, 5-1, 5-2, DeLeon. Y'all know what it is, man.
Yeah, man. You already know. Hey, man, shout out to you, man. Praises to you, man.
I had
Blessings
to pop my
to you.
shit right quick.
Yeah, you got to. Like, I'm glad that you called in. I appreciate the call-ins because sometimes I need to have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, I spend a lot of time on this motherfucker. And it's nice to have a conversation and talk to people because if not, I'm going to need to get out there and touch grass. You know what I mean? Like, shit, nigga, I'm going to get out here.
Facts.
Fuck the live. I'm just going to be gone. You know what I mean? And once I get gone, it's hard to come back. It's like, nah,
that's
nigga.
Why when I came in, that's why when I came in, I say I love these thought-provoking conversations because this going to actually make you think. You're not going to just sit around. You're going to, like I usually tell people, if it's a thought-provoking conversation and you high, it's going to make your weed work.
Yeah.
Because that's what the whole thing of marijuana was for to enhance your thought process, not for you to sit down and be lazy. So here you go. Enhance your thought process with a conversation like this.
Right. I want Ralphie the Plug and Evil to be listening to this shit too. And I want their insight. Like, and I'm just using them just because those young men are this as well. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just a older elevated or older this or no, it's like those young men that are living a life that they live in, they're also this. You know what I mean? Like, give Ralphie the Plug 15 more years. Just think about who he's gonna be. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, god damn, get this nigga 15 more years. Who the fuck is Ralphie the Plug gonna be? Some cold ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, if he experiences life in the right way.
Yeah. Yep. And it's never too late to start. It's never too late to start, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Tiny in the chat. It's a her.
It's Tiny in the chat. Hey, let's go, Tiny, man.
Tiny in the chat, man.
Let's go.
But yeah, too, I just had to call in, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just had to call in, and it's been a little minute, so I had to come in and touch the people, man. Drop some jewels and drop the mic.
I appreciate it, man. Get to your life. Go out there, be a blessing for somebody, brother.
Appreciate it, brother. Till next time.
Yes, sir. All love. Hey, man, it's great shit. It's good stuff. I got to do better with my timing. On topics. I think I spent too much time on the FBA shit. I still had the hip hop podcast shit that I'm supposed to talk about, but sometimes I get carried away. And it's my bad. But it's just, we just flowing. We just flowing with what's going on here, man. And shout out to Tiny. I also want to shout out the front of the congregation. Shout out to TF for the movie premiere last night. Shout out King. Shout out Apollo. Shout out Mac. But shout out to Tiny for going back live, man. I saw it. I didn't get to catch it, but I saw it. Hey, man, this is the AM Wake Up Show, #1 morning show in the whole wide world. Craig, and this is Rios. Who am I talking to?
This is Alberto from Denver. What's up, Rios?
Hey, man, my Denver correspondent. What's going on, man? What's up, Alberto, man? What's the business?
You're working, you know?
There it is. Hey, getting that dollar. You're making that money.
Yep. Yeah, I just wanna real quick add my little 2 cents to this whole conversation. I mean, on some stuff I don't know much about, but like you were saying about Rafi and the other guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Evil.
So the whole thing in general, where the issue is that we need, as in general, not in general as a people in general, we need to learn how to agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you don't understand something means it's wrong, or vice versa. The thing is that if you don't know, try to learn about it a little more. Try to, you know what I mean? It's like the guy said. The thing is, he said the right thing. He said when he said, "That's what makes sense to me."
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That was a key word.
Yeah.
That's what makes sense to me. It might sound like a comedy cartoon. I don't know, man, because it's new. That's like New Mexico and this. You know what I mean? But I mean, they were on it. They were partying right there. Nobody was arguing with nobody. This and that. They were making sense, trying to make it make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's how you get to the answer. You get to the answer by talking and being like, oh shit, you know what? Let me look that up. I don't even know. Fuck, let me see if that's shit.
Sometimes this happens. Well, it happens a lot to you know who? To Duno with Jakarta. On when they do the show, because Duno's the more experienced podcaster. You know what I'm saying? And he's teaching Jakarta step by step, and Jakarta might not know about a topic, and he goes, "Shut up! I know this and this and that." And come to find out, Duno's wrong too.
Oh shit!
It's about a whole topic. I know about this and that, and Andres, the guy that's on the camera, checks. He's like, "Duno, you're wrong." So Jakarta's trying to go in on Duno.
Yeah. But
instead of saying, "Oh, I know this," no, that's where the whole conflict starts. That's like homeboy said. That's what makes sense to me. It's just agree to disagree. If not, learn about the topic. About, like you said, if the FBA makes sense, or is it right or is it wrong? It's in politics. In politics in general. Again, I'm not an expert about it. This and that. Charlemagne the God once said, we gotta be a little bit hypocrites about this. If it's convenient for you, it's gonna be right. If it's not convenient for you, it's gonna be wrong as hell. And one person's common sense is their common sense, and mine's is not yours, and yours is not mine.
Yeah, and like at least you realize what makes sense to you. At least you have enough sense to know what makes sense to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's people out there that don't know what the fuck they think, and only think what other people think. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. What do you think? I think what he thought. What did you think? Oh yeah, that's what I think.
Yep. It's like with reparations, like you were saying, oh, it might work. Or what would you do with it? What happened when they gave us the COVID money, and a lot of people did this and all thought it was free? We're paying it back. So was it good?
Shit. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It was good at the time. I'll take another COVID payment. Shit, we paying for $8 gas because of a war. So shit, give me a COVID payment. We paying for the shit anyway.
I saw it. I was in Cali last week, and I rented a car. I'm like, damn, $8. Over here is like $3.40.
Dude, it's crazy.
I said,
ooh-wee, exactly. Ooh-wee is right.
Brought my ass back home in 2 days.
Man, I remember when I first started driving, gas was 87 cents a gallon.
Yeah, I remember it was 125, 150.
We just be like, hey, put 5 on the tank, homie. You want to go somewhere? You want to ride? 5 on the tank. 5 was enough. 5 would get you in the car. Like, all right, for sure.
You going out Vegas and back, my boy.
Oh, you trying to get the football game? 5 on the tank, homie. 5 on the tank.
Hey, yeah, like I said, I just want to get my little 2 cents in real quick.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, I saw the R files from yesterday. That's crazy.
Hey,
I saw it this morning. I didn't catch it yesterday.
The Finders. If you guys missed the R files yesterday, check out the R files. It was about the Epstein not being the first to do what he's doing. He's just the last to get caught. But the Finders cult was like, just look at the R files from yesterday. If you want to see some crazy shit, watch the R files from yesterday. R files is dope, man. I actually really like R files.
Yesterday was a good one, man. Yesterday, I'm like, what the hell? But I got a little bit off my routine, so I missed it. But this morning, I said, let me see what's new, and it was right there. I said, let me catch up.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like, damn, it's over? It's over?
Dude, R files is I think R files is about to take off. Like, I really think out of everything, like, we got our wake up show where we all touch base and chop it up and talk to each other and get like on a good vibe. But I think R files, if I do it correctly and start doing like some pre-record and doing the right thumbnails and just, just being better with how I deliver it, I think Our Files is about to be the one.
I mean, just keep going, my boy. Just keep going because we're here. We're here and we're waiting.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Now get back to work and don't hurt nobody, man. Blessings to you and your family. It's all love all the time. Have a good one, Alberto.
Guys, take care. Take care.
Boom. Damn, I love what we got going on over here. Really, really do. I appreciate you guys, man. I really, really appreciate you guys. And go check out Our Files. I might do a follow-up Our Files today. Thank you for the super chats. Super chats are what keeps this shit going. I ain't too proud to tell you guys that. Like I'm not staying here for the views, you know what I mean? Like, but the super chats help keep this shit going. It makes it make sense. And Better Living, thank you for the cup of coffee this morning, man. I appreciate that. Let me see. Hey, this is the AM Wake Up Show with Rios, number one morning show in the whole wide world. Craig. Caller, where you calling from and what's your name?
Yes, sir. Calling out of Jersey.
Hey, what's up, man? What's happening with you? Shout out to Jersey.
This is Mace Window.
Go ahead, say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
No, I was saying this is Mace Window. I had spammed the message.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Say your name one more time. Mace Windu.
This is Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. There we go. Shout out to you, brother. I didn't mean to time you out. I was just trying to stop the spam messaging. You know what I mean? But your message was on point. It was actually a real message. That's why I read it out loud.
No, yeah, it definitely everything you're speaking about today definitely resonates. Far as, and I really, really do appreciate, you know what I mean, as far as you even talking about this. I feel like FBA, right, this is definitely something that has come, you know, to the forefront, like you said, in the last couple of years. And like you said, I know me growing up here, out here in New Jersey, it's definitely a large immigrant, and I only say immigrant in regards to, you know, people's families coming here, you know, after the 1950s. But as far as my family on my dad's side and on my mother's side, as far as she's from the Geechee people out of the Carolinas.
Okay.
And my dad was Blackfoot, and I forget the other name, but I know his tribe is from New York, northern New York, Ohio, Buffalo area. So I would say, like, on both sides of being reclassified, because a lot of people don't understand that a lot of the quote unquote Native Americans a lot of them were just reclassified, right? Because they look so similar to quote unquote Africans, right? A lot of people don't understand that the Native Americans that we see today are $5 Indians, right?
Can you explain that for us real quick? Can you explain that? Just give a quick rundown. $5 Indian.
Yes, sir. $5 Indians. So in the early 1900s, and please do your Googles. If I'm not mistaken, early 1900s, they were giving away land. Now, again, keep in mind, these are the same people who were slaughtering them, right, to create America, right? So then, hundreds of years later, right, in the Jim Crow era, right, so this is hundreds of years later, they, you know, reclassified us, right, identified us as African American, you know, African. Some of us were Native American. They split tribes up. You had the thousand tiers, right? As far as the migration, that was another migration from the southern to, I think that was like the Oklahoma area, what's now known as like the Midwest. But the $5 Indians was created. Yes, sir. Yeah. Trelatiers. So again, like, when a lot of us don't understand, I like to say we are the world's people, because there isn't one piece of land, right, that black people, and again, black is a color, right, that white people created. Terms that were known before black, more, right, more-ish, right. The word more is literally the etymological meaning is dark skin.
Right.
Literally, that's it. right? So more just means dark skin. And then you had other words that, of course, describe dark skin, right? But that's melanin, right? So people with melanin, like yourself, right? Different complexions, right? People who are melanated like ourselves, we started in Africa and we migrated across the entire world. So Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. We all know that was a lie because the white people, for lack of a better term, they learned how to even sail ships from us, from our ancestors in Africa, right? The first ships, the first people that traveled the seas were melanated people that look like you and me, right? The $5 Indian that came in the 1900s, they were giving away land, which is now known also as the Midwest, right? So a lot of where the reservations are today is where the $5 Indians, they were giving away those land. And basically all you had to do was have allegedly 1 drop of blood in you of Indian.
That's it.
Right? So you had a lot of white people that were literally taking women against their will, right? Right? And they'll say it's love, right? They love saying, I don't understand that. Today they'll say it's love, and back in the day they'll say it's love too. But we all know that they were forcing. They were, if someone told you, I'm going to take your family away from you if you don't say that you're going to agree to this, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Most mothers, most fathers are going to go along with it, right? Because self-preservation, you're a parent first. And that's how they reclassified us. That's honestly, man, how they washed away our prior history was reclassification, assimilation, and making sure that they destroy. Again, we're going to separate the elders from the children, right? We're going to separate the elders from the children. That's the first thing you do, because the elders, they're going to teach those lessons, right? And also, we're not a people of writing things down, right? I learned this from Zoe Williams, who's also, if you ever look him up, man, he's from also out there in California, man, Pasadena area. But the biggest thing that they did, or one of the biggest things they did, man, was when they reclassified us, again, they told us that, magic was bad, right? When all that we know is magic is nothing but you're a herbalist, right? You're a person who uses natural remedies instead of pills and CCCs, and you're not worried about the pharmacy industry, right?
Exactly.
You're a holistic healer. You know what I mean? So, and that's literally our people. That's also how we taught lessons verbally. I hate to say this, but lack of a better term, white people are the ones who created spells, right? When you spell something, when you put when you gather a word, when you put a collection of words together that dictates someone's future, what is that? You are creating a spell, right? So when you even spell things, right, I'm creating, that's why with these contracts, it's literally on a piece of paper, Rios, right?
With your signature.
But that black and white paper binds you.
Your signature, your spelling, binds your ass.
Your signature, these are things that we did not do. That's why even when you go to the caves, far as, our ancestors that were in Africa, and again, a lot of people don't even know. I can go down a rabbit hole with this.
No, keep going. Don't limit yourself or marginalize your thoughts. You go, nigga. We got time. It's all good.
No, even the word Africa, that's not its original name, right? People don't know that word was renamed. Africa was renamed by the Greeks.
Yeah.
Right? The Greeks, as we know, is the oldest civilization of white people. They're the oldest. But they also were the ones, and this is Plato, right? This is Aristotle, right? These white men had to go to quote unquote Egypt, right? Which we also know as Kemet, right? Its original name, Kemet. They had to go to Kemet to learn agriculture. They had to learn about spirituality. They had to learn about math, science. These are all things that melanated people, that you and me look like, your wife, your children, my nephews, my nieces, my sisters, my mama. people that started the footprint in Africa left Africa or Akabalan, went to India, the south, the southern tip of India, and then that's when they started to migrate. Even the word Semitic, if you ever even look up the word Semitic, right? You'll hear people say, "Oh, anti-Semitism." If you look up what anti-Semitic, if you look up what Semitic means, there's no way that someone that looks like you and me
can be
anti-Semitic. Right? But these are things that they will condition you, right? And we'll just buy into it, right? Like,
hold on, I'm gonna pull it up for you. I'm gonna pull it up for you just so that they know you're not just talking out the side of your neck. A subfamily of Afro-Asiatic languages, including Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic, Aramaic, and the ancient distinct cultural groups of the Middle East and North Africa that historically spoke them. Do you understand what was just said?
Look at the original name of Africa, and it's Akabu, and you'll see it's Akabulan. Look at the original name of Egypt, you'll see it's Kemet. Like these things that we've been indoctrinated to, right? These things that we even speak in ways that we know aren't original.
Right.
And I feel like also that's reasons why we may be distant from the Creator is because, again, if and this is my thing. If Jesus is real, we wouldn't know because his real name is Joshua, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can your prayers be answered if you're not calling the Creator the correct name?
But look at this. I'm gonna stop you right there. And this is not a disagreement. This is just just to add to what you're saying. The hypocrisy and the backwardsness of the world right now is that they praise Jesus as their savior and live exactly opposite of the way he did. I'm done. Go ahead.
Even the word hypocrite. Look at that word. Look who that's a Greek philosopher. That's a Greek philosopher. Right. Even the word came from a white person. Hippocrates.
Yep.
That's where they get the word Hippocrates from. And guess what? They have him as the father of all modern medicine, right?
Yeah.
But we all really know, if you really do your real research, the real father of medicine is Imhotep. You hear me?
Do y'all research? Do y'all research? No, I'm enjoying this call. I'm just keep going. I'm enjoying. And if I'm being quiet, it's because I'm listening and I'm enjoying what you're saying. Keep going.
I appreciate that, Reels. No, it's just again, I grew up Christian. I grew up in a Christian household. I have Christian even tattoos on my body. Right. I actually moved to California in 2010. I got an opportunity to move there by ways of a relationship that failed, but I ended up staying still.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up staying an extra 6 or 7 years. I'm renting rooms. I'm walking here. I'm walking there. I didn't go out there with family, and I ended up having extended family. Where I became woke is in California.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed. I lived in Sacramento. I also lived in Sassoon. I lived in goddamn Vallejo for a little bit, and I came across some Black Panther OGs who gave me a tutorial on what it is to be quote unquote Black. And this is where they literally unlocked my consciousness, before then I was a Christian before I was Black.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like Anton.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Christian first. I used to actually think like that. I will also say when I moved to California, the difference between a California and a Trenton, New Jersey, where I grew up and reside, white people don't live next to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
In California, I rented rooms with white people, right? And when I'm moving out there, I'm thinking, my religion, Jesus, I'm a Christian. And like you said, it was the same Christians, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is during the Obama administration, right?
Okay.
So these same white people that allegedly is Christian, Jesus, when they thought I was going in the room sleep, they was calling, "Oh, look at these monkeys in the White House."
Oh shit.
There is a staunch difference in how they look at token niggas who talk a specific way and maybe can articulate themselves and speak in an eloquent and have a degrees and nice jobs. They will separate you If you play sports, if you're good in sports, they will try to separate you. And it is a mental thing, right? They know you're black. Ain't nothing changing about that. But we're going to change your mind state about how you even think about your own people.
Yeah.
Malcolm X said back in the day, if you look at the news, if you look at social media, social media was not back then, but if you look at the papers, if you read the papers, the magazines, if you listen to the radio and watch your TV, they'll make you believe your own people is the worst thing out. We don't control it. So of course the propaganda of us being lazy. Rios, do you understand that stigma, that stereotype started in the Jim Crow era?
Yeah.
When we started telling the motherfuckers, you gotta pay me. Do you understand that in 1865, look this up, please, my brother.
Okay.
Look up, Rios, when the institution, as far as the jail system started. It started the same year we became free, Rios. 1865. Look that date up and look that year up. The same year we were set free, June 2th, the official year, is the same year America said, guess what? Now we gotta start. Now we're gonna create a prison system.
Yeah, and that was the slave catchers. Also, the slave catchers became the police officers.
Yes, sir. They became police. They became police. Literally, the highway slave patrol became police.
Oh
man! But it literally, and when people say, "Oh, black people, you just always think somebody got it out for you." I can literally, Rios, I can literally go from the inception of America. Again, the inception of America is 1776, but we all know that you gotta before grand opening, we gotta reconstruct, right? So we're gonna have to destroy this place first, and then we're gonna rebuild it in our name.
Damn. Straight up.
I'm trying to tell you, man. People don't like me when I say this, but I honestly believe, this is just me, I believe white people are innately evil, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm being honest with you. They got hundreds of years of being evil.
Hey, so wait. Look. So let me ask you this. So yesterday I was talking about something, and I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, right? Like, I just think white people, they're just as confused as lost black people. Like, black people don't know who they are. They don't know where they come from. I think also white people don't know who they are. They don't know where they come from either. And they trying to attach themselves to whatever they see that is great and this and that. Like, oh, but I think they lost their shit as well. Like, they don't know. And I don't know if there's a such thing as an innate evil to somebody being born from God. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they've talked about the trauma being passed down through 6 generations before trauma is left. You know what I mean? So, but the thing is, if you talk about trauma being passed down, I just brought this up yesterday when we was looking at the finders, the R files, is niggas, what are the abusers passing down?
That's where I always, that's where I was literally going. That's where I'm going next. And guess what? At the College of Georgia, the University of Georgia, right? They run tests on this.
You're absolutely right. Hold on. Before you go there, I want to say the 1865, the jail institution was dominated by the immediate aftermath of the American Civil War, featuring overcrowded, brutal military prisons, held 4,000 plus soldiers of course conflict. Key institutions in 1865 included the notorious Andersonville prison, which closed in April 1865 after the 13,000 Union deaths. So it was 1865. Shit.
And again, they'll say now read this, Rios, they'll coincidentally say, oh yeah, man, that happened because after the war. Let's be 100, Rios. If they really gave a fuck about locking up all those Southerners, right? Why was it until the 2020s when they just got rid of their fucking monuments and changed the building names?
So let me answer something in the chat real quick. So you guys saying that white people know their history back to Europe, right? But some of them don't even know their history back to the Caucasoid Mountains. So they can't even say that they not even the real Hebrews. How they know their history if they saying that these Ashkenazi Eastern European are the Jewish people? So how you gonna say that they? I'm sure that these white Europeans know their history. They don't. Nigga, if they can trick other white people into believing that these niggas is the real Hebrews, like nigga, they don't know their history. They tricked them motherfuckers too. Look at how they treat the Irish people. Look at that also. They treated each other like shit. They
Can I ask you the difference though?
go ahead, my bad.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Who was the first president?
Say that one more time.
America's first president.
Who's their first cousin?
Who is America's first president?
A black man.
No. I mean, like, who is America's known first president?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
George Washington.
George Washington. Damn, stupid ass nigga.
To get kind of like identified, right?
Right.
George Washington. Who is the motherfucker? Who is the white man on the $100 bill? The president.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin, right? Benjamin, right? Big Benjamin, right? Ben Franklin. Now, I ask you those questions, right? And I know that you know it's George Washington and all that stuff, but again, you know, we get older, we forget a little bit. But I know if I was to ask you who is George Washington, you could tell me who it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was to ask you who is Abraham Lincoln, right? Who is, Thomas Jefferson, right?
Mm-hmm.
I say all that to ask you, why is it that we know about their history, right? They forced us. They guess what? If you want to continue your education in this country, you're going to learn more about this country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not made a point for them to learn about ours then? And I ask you, the reason why I ask that is because if you really gave a fuck, right? And again, the same way, right? If you look at history, and please do your Googles, they'll talk about not helping us with reparations, right? But guess what? After Pearl Harbor, guess what America did? They locked Chinese people up in encampments and shit, right? But after that shit was over, guess what they did? They went after China and Japan for reparations. After the Holocaust and shit, right? Guess what America did for the Jewish people? They went after Germany for reparations.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what motherfucking America did for the other company? Guess they will go after a motherfucking company, another country and shit for reparations and shit. They will help the people here go after other companies, other countries and shit for reparations though. And please look, everything I'm saying, America has helped their people get reparations.
Yeah.
But then they will turn around.
They have a history. We have a history of being very, very inclined to paying reparations.
To get that money. We need that paper, and we need your resources along with it. So what you did to all people here. So don't tell me. And again, for all my Spanish brothers, for all my Latin brothers, my Chinese brothers, if you love us like you say you do, if you love our culture, and I say if you love us, because when I look around at other cultures, Rios, and again, I don't see us looking like anyone else but us, right? The way we talk to each other, we created that out of slavery, right? The reason why we call each other king, the reason why we started calling each other man was because what, Rios? They was calling us boy for hundreds of fucking years. So when we do something as black people here in our culture here that we created here in America, you can't. It's either you're either with us or you're not, because we have, through the hundreds of years, we have the closest relationship with white people on this planet, bruh. We know exactly what the motherfuckers gonna do, bruh. We know exactly what they gonna do, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to the blues, they took that. When it comes to rock and roll, they took that. When it comes to jazz, they took that, right? Other forms of music, other inventions that we created. People forget the elevator we created. People forget the escalator we created. People forget the GPS system that you use right now. We created. You stop denying the inventions, the creations, the greatness, and everything that we, even America. We created America to the point, just like I said in the chat, we created America, we prepared America for everyone else to come.
Okay, so look. Wait. And then let me preface with this as well. If you think that they will steal all those things that we created, you don't think that they would steal our creation of us in general? If they will steal everything we created, do you not think that they wouldn't steal our own creation of us? And we say why they don't want to tell us history, why they don't tell their people the history. They don't even tell their own people the history. It's only a elite selected few that really know the history, because they can't tell you our history, because our history is actually the beginning and will open windows and doors, which will take from. They will lose if we learn our history of technology and things that were special spiritually and this and that. If they tell us our history, they elevate us. That's the last thing that they trying to teach even their own people. Because then their own people will be like, shit, I'm more closer to the poor black people than I am to the rich white people. Let's help them take over. They can't even tell the truth to their people. They have to lie to their own people because their own people relate closer to us. They deal with us more than they deal with them. You ain't a part of the elite class, nigga. You out here in the cotton field with us. You getting burnt up by the sun as well, motherfucker. You right here with us. That's it. I just wanted to say that. Like, if you think that they would do all that, don't think that they wouldn't steal your origin story.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is another reason why, right? This is why, for me, this is where I feel like we differ. Because if you look at the heart and soul of melanated people, right? Melanated, brown and black. A lot of people say the four corners of the earth, right? Which is brown, black, red, and yellow, right? That's a lot of people say those are the four corners of the earth, right? If you're yellow, you're usually Chinese or Japan, right? If you're red, you're usually Indian, right? Or Mexican. Or if you're brown, you're Mexican, black, right? You know, it's literally the four corners, right? Even in regards to spiritual texts, there are no white people in these spiritual books that we worship, right? The three main religions that are, you know, the three Abrahamic religions, right? That are pushed to us the most: Muslim, Christianity, Judaism, right? Those three religions, those three spiritual books don't have any white people in them. The Bible doesn't have any white people in them. I dare somebody to contest me. The white, and again, they'll say Jesus is white, right? But as we all know, the New Testament, literally before it says anything of Jesus, it tells you about his lineage. Peep this, Rios, and this is why I feel like the people who, so I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Muslim, I'm not anything, Rios. I do believe in African spirituality, right? Or Akbulan spirituality. Basically the spirituality system that we followed before we were colonized, before anything, right? Which in a lot of cases is just universal principles or nature itself, right? And, you know, and a lot of things from what I've, you know, been taught on, like that's you can, like that's a basis of everything. But it is one of those things where, like, a lot of things that we've been taught, man, has been on some misdirection shit on purpose, just like we was talking about. The reason why they cut the nose off, the plateau, the Giza plateau, the reason why when you go into certain tombs, the reason why even in the Bible, I don't know if anybody has ever heard of the Apocrypha. It's a Greek term for lost books, right? Hidden books, right? If I'm not mistaken, there's 16 books that are left out of the Bible, right? And then you do more research into the what is it? The Guinea, I forget, the 700-year meeting that was held to finalize the Bible, right? There was if I'm not mistaken,
the Council of Nicaea.
Minds. I forget what it's called, man, but it was supposed to expand it over 700 years. Over that 700 years, the people who ended up with it are the ones who mass produced it to the world.
King James, you're talking about King James and the Council of Nicaea?
Is tainted. But in regards to with Jesus, it even says he came from the lineage of David, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the King James Version, it literally says, David says, my skin is as black as a crow.
Mm-hmm.
My skin is as black as a raven. Like, it's things like this, man. Like, they'll never give it up to the melanated man and woman. But honestly, man, like you said, if they do that, then they basically got to tell the truth where they come from.
But
how
look,
life started,
how life started, and how this happened.
The world.
But if you think,
who gave the world everything, you know what I mean?
Damn, my bad. I muted myself. You couldn't hear me. My bad. No, so I was gonna say, were you talking about the Council of Nicaea and the King James?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir. That's expanded. That went over 700 years. The people that started that was not the ones who finished it.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, it was agreed upon. All right, this is the final book. This is it, and this is going out to the world. The mass producer was created in the 1900s. That is probably the most single important piece of technology ever. You were able to now mass produce books in 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
And they were pastors, priests, whatever you want to call them, rabbis or whatever. They were only there because people couldn't read. What the fuck we need you for now that we can read? What we need you for when it's in our language and it's not? We don't need you to translate that shit for us. Why we need it? Why did the English want it so bad? Why did after the Council of Nicaea the respect for women go down? Why were women treated like, you know what I mean? Why were women taken out of the Bible? Why was the importance of these women taken out?
Come on.
So why do we recognize King Solomon but not Menelik or Queen Sheba?
Queen Sheba.
Who supposedly took the Ark of the Covenant? Menelik.
Yes.
Back to Ethiopia.
Yes.
Like, why do we talk about what King Solomon temple, but we don't talk about his son and his mom? We love Queen of Sheba back in the day. I remember every black person knew who Queen of Sheba was.
Oh my God, man.
Everybody knew Queen Sheba.
God.
Everybody,
man.
But the thing is, the connection to, I just started watching this show called American Gods. Somebody in the chat was like, oh, watch that show.
Yeah.
And so the show is based off of the power lost when there's no belief. When there's no belief and people stop praying to and stop understanding their history, the loss of power, the loss of connection, because it's not being built up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not being practiced. The power to the connection is being lost because we're forgetting where we came from. We're forgetting who to pray to. You giving more power over here. And even in the book, they say, even in the Bible, it said God held counsel with all the other gods.
Yes. Wait. Let's go back to the beginning, Rios, what you saying that. Let us make man and who? An hour.
Yeah.
Wait. And a lot of people love glossing over that shit, Rios. Like, that shit don't mean it could be a possibility. It could be multiple. That is one thing. And also, let me ask you this. This is another question I pose, right? You got Father the Son. This is for all you redhead, men, kill yourself. When it goes back to the beginning, you got Father the Son, right?
Mm-hmm.
Father the Father, right? Father the Holy Ghost. Let me ask you, Rios, where does the woman come from? How do you even get the concept of a woman, bro, to create breast and create a pussy that also then has a life that comes out of it? How do you even come up with that concept if you're the creator and there are no women, bro? There are no women. How, my nigga?
It's so funny. Look at this shit that we talk about, right? And this is a nigga in the chat, and a lot. Yeah, Greek. They changed a lot of shit. You know what I mean? They did change it. They changed a lot of stuff. They did. But if you think about it, the names that they gave stuff, it wasn't what it is today. Like Ethiopia was Kush.
Yes, my brother, my talk, which is how far is literally diagonal in the straight pathway of what? Kemet. which is now known as Egypt.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, they love the confusion is there. I'm gonna tell you this. This is also another reason why I say, white people evil, whatever. But I believe like they feed off of death. Rios. If you, let's be 100, Europe has I'm only 35 years old, man. The USSR, them white people have been beefing.
They don't talk about their cannibalism.
They've never come to peace, Rios. The only time they had peace on that cold rock of they call Europe is, guess what, Rios? During the Dark Ages, when our ancestors, the Moors, dark-skinned, beautiful, and brown people, ran up in there and we taught them how to walk, how to wash their ass, how to read and write, how to sit at the table, how to get animals out the fucking bed.
How just simple cleanliness can stop you from getting the Black Plague.
Oh my God. Get off your legs. You are not supposed to be walking on four legs. You're supposed to be walking straight up.
Oh shit. Like, no, it's serious. Like, it's real. I know I'm laughing and I'm joking, but the base and the foundation of what's being said right now, you guys can believe what you want to believe or whatever. But the one truth is they're not telling us the truth. That's the one truth. I know for sure. The one truth out of all this is that they're not telling us the truth. If they made it illegal for your ass to read because they didn't want you to get knowledge out of books and this and that, you think they're going to, like, the one thing that is for damn sure is that they lying to you about history. Right. To history, the spoils goes the victor. It's just what it is.
Confused. They continue to study our shit too. They'll make sure to tell. Remember, Rios, they told us there was no Area 51. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now again, but listen to this though, Rios. We've always heard stories of what I was gonna say Ashkenazi. That's the white people. What's the ancestors that travel space allegedly?
The Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki. How long we heard about the Anunnaki, my brother?
Long time.
And they talk about Area 51. They just revealed it.
Right.
So now they want to give into it because we found that since Area 51 came into that thought has even been in existence, there has been extra minerals added to the periodic table. People don't want to fucking talk about. Right? Those are the same minerals and metals that they found from the fucking allegedly aliens. But they will continue to tell us, right, Rios, that we're not a blessed people, man.
Right.
If we're the first people on this planet, we're the mothers and fathers of all civilization, bro. The reason why, no bullshit, Rios, the reason why Mexicans or Chinese people, or they may feel closer to us is because of what? What you think, Rios?
Wait, say that one more time.
Feel closer to the original.
Oh yeah,
You're always gonna feel closer. You always gonna feel closer to the original. It's a reason why people be like, man, when I be around black people, man, I just feel, like, damn, man. It's just.
Hey, look at this. Don't forget. So I'm gonna say a couple things. I'm loving everything you're talking about. I like the direction, but guess what? They believed so much in the African slaves and their special behavior or melanated behavior or such a whatever you want to call it, that they used to try to rub their feet on slaves to heal themselves. Yeah. Do you understand that? They used to rub their feet on slaves to heal themselves. What do they say where all your toxins are? Now all the science has come out. All this shit has come out. Where do they think all the toxins come out? Your feet.
Why do you need to earth? Why do you need to earth? You know what I mean? Man.
And then look at this. And then they were saying the trading back in the day, they were doing trades back in the day and couldn't understand why Africans were trading everything for copper. Why are you getting rid of diamonds and gold for copper? It's fucking stupid. Dumbass motherfuckers. Give us all that gold. We'll take They learned the healing properties of copper are ridiculous.
Are we literally healing? But again, this is the same group of people, right? Who literally from the now tell me this, Rios, what you think about this? From what I've heard in African studies that I've done, and tell me if you believe this, but there are people that believe the entire continent of Africa is the Garden of Eden.
Oh shit. Well, when it was one, or just the actual just the continent?
Yes, sir. And that's why it's so plentiful the way it is.
Let me tell you, I would not put it past that. Like I told people, the Congo is the size of Texas. I never talk about that rainforest.
Bruh, they never tell you how big Africa is. They never tell you how big Africa is. How many other countries you can stick inside that motherfucker. They never tell you that.
Look at this shit. So when they fucked around and let a nigga like me into aerospace, into SpaceX, right? I went in as a temp. I went in as a didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But then once I got there, look, I've been listening, bro. Yep. When I got there, I was like, damn, okay, shit. I've never really been like a studier, like to study or whatever, but okay, I'm learning all this shit. I'm working harder than these people. I was like, damn, I could just go in this system and just research missiles, rockets, how to build this, how to do laser tracking. Like we had access to defense shit, like whatever they want to read up, whatever they want to study, whatever, you could just do it. And I was like, I don't have to. I was like, I could just come in whenever. So I used to come in to work 2 hours early and leave work 2 hours late just because I was just reading all this shit. Like, wait, what? Niggas, the lasers on the front of airplanes are actually weapons? Like they could burn some shit up with the laser tracking on the front of airplanes to find where they go. So I just started reading and doing all this shit. And you know, we use mica. It's a kind of material. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys here in the chat. Mica is used in rockets and missiles primarily as high temperature, lightweight electrical insulators and thermal barrier to protect sensitive components. Mica, it's these sheets of stuff, right? It's called mica, and we used to put these sheets inside of the capsules, this and that, outside the capsules, around where the heat was and stuff. And it was weird to me. I was like, where the fuck does mica come from? Like, how did we make mica? Because then I was thinking about carbon fiber and all this stuff. Mica has all this amazing shit. Then I started researching. Why the fuck did they find layers of thick mica were discovered in the 20th century, notably during the 1900s, excavations of the Teotihuacan Pyramid of the Sun within the tunnel under the Featherhead Serpent Pyramid. Mica. These mica sheets, some believed to originate from Brazil, kilometers away, were found in the upper levels of structures, leading to theories ranging from ceremonial, reflective use to advanced technological or protective shielding purposes. Nigga, no, it don't protect just from the sun, just from out there. Nigga, I mean the hottest of the hottest. And they found sheets of that shit around the pyramids in Egypt. Other levels. What were they flying? What were they using? Why were they using mica?
Rios, let me ask you this. Do you know that have you heard that, the pyramids, of course, don't look like they used to look, right? Mm-hmm. From what the research I've done, you tell me if you come across the same. The pyramids used to have gold tips, and the entire pyramid used to be layered white.
Don't get me started. I think the fucking pyramids are molds. Like I think they're just molds. I think they were.
I believe because they say underground, and I don't know if you ever heard this, but they say those deserts used to be Greenlands. It was forest.
Mm-hmm.
Those entire deserts that are now covered in sand was nothing but Greenland.
Mm-hmm. China's got some covered up by green. China's got shit covered up by forest that they won't let nobody come visit. And there's pyramids right now that nobody can take pictures of, can't nobody go to, can't do nothing to them in China. Won't let nobody in. They won't tell people about them. And my theory is that these were molds of how they built spaceships.
Well, let me ask you this, Rios. Do you believe that only black people can travel, or let me ask, if you have a certain level of melanin, do you believe that the UV rays, if you do not have a certain level of melanin, you cannot space travel due to the UV rays?
Nigga, if you don't have a certain amount of level of melanin, you can't even survive Earth.
That's why motherfuckers burning up too right now.
If you don't have a certain amount of melanin here on Earth, you can't survive. Shit, what the fuck you think, nigga? Hell yeah. Like, it's sad.
People love the cold, bro. It's a certain people reason why certain people are naked in freezing conditions, bro. It's a certain reason why certain people love coming out when it's wet, when it's cloudy outside, and it's dark, and it's rainy, and it's muggy, right? Certain people love the sun. Certain people hate the motherfucking sun.
Right. But this is the thing, like, so this is just me being me and how I think or whatever, right? So melanin is important. It's a base, right? Like melanin is a base to survive. It's a space. Just let's look at it like it's a spacesuit. So you can have the spacesuit, you know what I mean? Like you can have the spacesuit, but if you don't have the knowledge and understanding of how to travel space, the melanin is for nothing. You know what I mean? Like you may be able to sit in the spot that you at and not burn up or whatever, but imagine the amazing things that you can do if you unlocked what's in your mental, your brain, your heart, your spiritual. Like I think those things are even more important. But yeah, you need the suit to survive. But if you have the suit, it's useless without the understanding of what really is going on in this world. And I think the pineal gland and all that shit and how all these numbers and shit and the kundalini, the serpent, the spine, and all that shit, and being attached to the earth and aligning. I think it's all very important. But if you don't know it, if you don't understand it, you're just melanated. You have the spacesuit on without the brain.
But that's what, and I feel like that's what they specifically made sure to hide from us.
Oh, let me say something real quick. Cali Bags, I'm not saying that only black people are melanated. That's not what I'm saying. Arabs, I agree with you. Arabs and Hispanics have melanin. It's not specifically for black people. You know, even white people have melanin. You know, white people do have melanin. They just have,
very deficient of it.
Exactly.
Right. Yes. There are levels of melanin. So where's what's the saying, Rios? Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. That is basically nothing but melanin, right? The blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. So it's the more melanin, right? In a lot of cases, they'll say the closer you are to the creator, right? So again, just because you're a lighter skin, if you do the research, it's not, a lot of times you're not light skinned because you want it to be.
Yeah.
Understand that. A lot of us, it was raped into us. A lot of our Spanish brothers and sisters, and this is something I ask for my Spanish brothers and sisters, right? We speak English. Right? We know that's not our native language. Why do Spanish people not look at speaking Spanish and being Spanish the same way we look at being American? You're not from Spain, nigga. You're closer to being from Africa, which is like
but wait. Let's
native language.
Let's talk about this. Like, so we were talking about FBAs, right? Like FBA, ADOS, Mexican, Brazilian, or whatever these names, these titles are. And then we go to like, oh, you're black. Like in Cali Bags is bringing up a good point, saying that half of more than whatever percentage of Moors weren't even all of Africa. More of Africa was Africa than whatever. But because we have a lack thereof a better term, black is just a general term used. Like we don't know the original name of. You want us to say the original people?
You can say Moors.
No.
Or you can say
I'm talking about the people
highly melanated,
original people. I don't fucking know, but don't get caught up in the black in the chat. You know what I mean?
Right. Basically. Again, that is a term for black. This is what I like to say. I'm not a black American. I'm a black person living in America, motherfucker. Feel me? Again, I understand my lineage on both sides. From being here before colonization and also being here brought over here. Guess what? We built the motherfucker. This is what makes you an immigrant versus a FBA. We did not want to come here. If you're an immigrant, your people literally said, I'm leaving where I'm from and I'm going to go to somewhere to make it a better life for myself. The same way our ancestors migrated from down south, all black people are from down south. If you're from here in America, you're from down south, bro. All your people migrated either to the West Coast, Midwest, or they went Northeast. We all from down south, though. That like it's one culture, bro. Like it's one culture. I don't care if you're from East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and down south. It's one culture.
I'll disagree with that we're all from down south. I think motherfuckers came from up north too, like even Canada, from up, down, traveled throughout. I think motherfuckers navigated and traveled the whole fucking earth.
Well, when you reclassify people as, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. You reclassify a lot of people because they look black anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And for the ones that wanted to keep their tribal, they skint your ass. That's the truth. If you did not want to reclassify and assimilate into this new world order that we're bringing over, right? And we all know the highest, and this is something that's also people can, and you please do your research, right? Mm-hmm. The lowest amount of our ancestors from Africa made it to America. Right. I repeat this. The lowest amount of us, actually, the most of us made it to South America.
That's where most of them went, yeah.
The most of the ancestors made it to South America. If I'm not mistaken, and again, of course, we can't tell because none of us were there, but allegedly, reported.
The Caribbeans in South America.
Basically. Everyone else, guess what, Rios, was reclassified. Yo, you look black? Oh, yeah, we Indian. No, you don't. You look black. Get your ass over here. You black. And guess what? We're going to sell you the story that your ass came from Africa.
Oh, burnt out. No, everybody can get sunburned. I just went to Puerto Rico, got sunburned. No, I'm not saying that, but I was by the equator. But the other thing is like, it's not just about sunburn, it's about skin cancer.
Literally. We don't get lesions from being sunburned.
It's about moles and things turning into skin cancer, and that kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that people can't get skin cancer, but I'm just saying like it's the likelihood of the exposure to the sun is basically radiation for some people.
Hey, Rios, another one last thing I definitely, because man, I ain't gonna lie, Rios, I really appreciate you, man, on this, bro. Bro, you ain't gonna lie, bro. You made my day allowing me to rap with you, man, like this, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But if anyone else, right, I feel how I feel, right? And it is because of the history against us, right? I have a reason to feel how I feel. This is how I have a righteous indignation, right? To feel how I feel about things, you feel me? But if you look also in the Bible, right? Moses, we'll be going to because I know a lot of people, refer to this book. But Moses, when he was at the burning bush, you can look this up, Rios. Do you know leprosy used to be a form of leprosy?
No, I did not know that.
To be white with protruding yellow hairs used to be leprosy. If you look this up in the King James, right? When Moses met God, at the burning bush, he stuck his hand in his bosom and then he pulled it out and he was a leper. He had white skin with yellow protruding hairs. Who does that ever sound like? Look this shit up too. Please, look it up too. Please.
Okay, so I put in white swell. So according to Leviticus 13, a white swelling scab or bright spot on the skin that appeared deeper than the surrounding skin, often with white hair within the affected areas, was diagnosed as a biblical leprosy. Not doctors conducted these examinations to determine ritual impurity, which could require separation. So they're saying it was the white patches on the skin that were considered, with white hair coming out of the patches, was considered leprosy. So somewhat right. Go ahead, yeah.
Man, that sounds like one skin bear. That sounds like one skin bear. You know what I mean? That sounds like somebody trying to add extra.
Just trying to clean some shit up.
I'm just being, and again, my thing is go back to the specific scripture. It didn't say white.
Oh, I didn't pull it up for you guys to see. My bad.
He had a white hand with yellow protruding hair. He was a leper. It don't say nothing about no white spots. That motherfucker whole hand was white.
Hey, what part was that? You said when who did what?
Moses with the burning bush. Moses with the burning bush. You could even put in Moses puts hand in bosom, pulls out leather, something like that.
Okay.
Right. People be thinking I'm coming from hate. Nah, bro, I just like speaking facts. And again, with the lies.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh
Read that,
fuck,
my brother, please.
Oh shit! At the burning bush, God gave Moses a sign of power to convince the Israelites of his mission by turning his hand leprous, white as snow.
Now, go back to the definition you told me.
And then healing it by placing his hand into his bosom cloak and pulling it out. The instantaneous affliction and restoration demonstrated God's authority over sickness.
Now, you tell me, Rios, was that?
Oh shit, that's funny as fuck. Like that shit is funny because, but look, the thing is, we say the things that was taken out of the Bible, the things that was put in the Bible, like, oh, you know, shit is funny in the light sometimes, man.
Shit looks funny in life.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you leave the club and the joint you was dancing with is not what you thought it was. Like,
you better even out there with a cross. Over there with Frankenstein.
Oh shit! Hey, the thing is, I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate it because now we've talked about 1,000 things that need to be researched and thought about and looked up. Like, do I agree with everything? No, but am I interested in everything you said? Hell yeah! It was a great conversation. And it's not
I may have said this emotionally, but it's with no emotion behind it. You know what I mean? I gave you statements with facts behind it, right? With sources to back it up. You know what I mean? So, or as many sources as possible.
It's not my position to fight you on things, you know what I mean? Like a lot of shit you said, yeah, that's dope. But some of the things is like pointless to be getting caught up, to get caught and stuck on something, which wouldn't have allowed the conversation to go where the conversation went. Now, if I get to a place and then we're talking and I'm like, well, this is what this is, then we spend 15 minutes disagreeing. But the way you get to learn somebody and learn the way somebody thinks is let them fucking talk. And that shit was entertaining as fuck. Like a lot of good points, a lot of things that, you know, like we can look into the shit here and there. But like I said, at the bottom and the foundation of all this shit, these niggas we've been lied to. They not telling us the truth.
Real.
And we right now, like I feel like we're just in the age of not necessarily throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, but just trying to see, like, nigga, like, I don't know. We gotta investigate and do further research and learn and read. It's a lot. Nigga, I tell you this right off the bat. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I do know from the stories that I tell and the things that I've experienced, some of the shit that I thought I knew and thought I was right about, I was fucking wrong.
What we were raised on, right? Basically, a lot of things we were just raised on.
Oh, so wait. So look, but this is Cali Bags. I want Cali Bags to call back in because he's got a lot of good points. But to say you don't subscribe to Abrahamic beliefs, but using Abrahamic stories to get his point across makes everything said null and void. So the thing is, Cali, some people think the Abrahamic religion was stolen.
Right.
Some people believe that the Abrahamic story was stolen and redesigned and resold to people. And so he's not saying that the shit is not real or this and that, or that he doesn't believe it, isn't it? It's just saying shit was watered down, shit was removed, shit was changed to be narrative bending, psyops. Maybe it's a psyop. You know, you never know, but there's definitely stories of before, you know what I mean? And then just if you could think about how just to today, with all the technology and all the things that we have, with all the cameras, with all the emails, with all the traffic we have, that they will still spin the truth right now with everything that we got to stop them from lying to us. They still will attempt and try to spin the truth and do a narrative change and change this and this and that. Have they have everybody's outlook on the war however they want it to be. What do you think they were doing back in the day when there wasn't no fucking cameras and you had to shut up if they wanted you to? Like, niggas could do whatever they. But if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. That's also an if. So I don't know.
Right.
But I'm not saying. I'm saying it's likely.
Allegedly went to the moon. You feel me? But we've never gone to the moon because we haven't even left Earth's orbit. That's a fact. So why have we not gone back to the moon since the 1960s?
So wait, come on, man. So look, I completely disagree with that. You know what I mean? I don't disagree. Okay. I don't disagree with the moon shit, but I disagree with that we haven't left. Oh, can you hear me? I've heard. This is what I've heard from research that I've done. The reason why we have is only melanated people that can cross that UV barrier. So that's what I've heard, Rios. That's why I asked you about far as Black people being able to travel in outer space, because there is a UV it's not, what is it? There's a UV sphere that also covers the Earth, especially when you break, I forget what they call it, when you break the plane and you can see the sun, right? Yeah.
They said there's a UV rays that will burn anything up that is not a certain melanin shade. Dead ass serious. If I'm not mistaken, that's the reason why the rocket ships, they're a certain color. They're white and then they're black and then they're orange or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, right? Wait, they shed their shells, right, as they're going higher and higher.
Who does?
If I'm not mistaken, the spaceships, the shuttles, right?
They shed their cells?
As far as like the color, like they'll have parts of attached to them, and then usually, if I'm not mistaken, the main shuttle will be a darker color than the white shuttles when it takes off.
So
whether it's dark red or dark blue or something like that.
So the thing is, the shuttles get carried out right on fuel, right, basically on a rocket. They get carried out on a bullet, right, and so then they shed the bullet, and then once they're in orbit, they have their smaller rockets that take them out there. And then they have the capsule release where, like, say the Dragon capsule or whatever. There's at every point they're releasing weight or releasing this stage. There's 3 stages: the first stage, second stage, third stage. And so your success rate is from the first stage release, boom, there you go. Once you get out of orbit, then you get a little further out. Second stage release, boom, and you're still guiding the capsule to wherever it's going, to the space station. Like, it sheds itself, but doesn't shed its skin that I know of. It sheds its weight and its fuel, and it basically the rockets that carry it to where it's go. But the thing that SpaceX is so vicious at, them niggas is recovering the rockets, the fuel reservoirs that take the capsules out there. Them niggas is reusing the fuel reservoirs, the tanks. Like, the nigga lands that shit. We landed that shit on a barge in the middle of the ocean. Crazy technology, crazy shit, but you do shed shit, but you don't shed, I don't think you shed the skin, but you shed the fuel.
No, I was saying that, basically saying the shuttle that to pierce it has a UV like a skin over it to protect it from the UV rays of outer space and the sun.
It's also it could be the sun, it could be the UV rays in the sun, but it's also the heat and the temperature of the speed that it's traveling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's traveling at high speeds, so it's going to be generating heat. You know what I mean?
Nah, definitely. Rios, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Last time I talked to you, man, it was like a month ago, bro. Till I talk to you again, my brother, man. Thank you again for taking my call, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one, brother. Blessings to you and your family.
Yes, sir. You too. Definitely.
Damn. Niggas be having some good conversations, man. agree to disagree, disagree to agree. But I want to shout out Cali Bags. I want to shout out Alberto. I want to shout out Windu, Mace Windu. Very, very good. I love the convos, man. Now I got some shit to look up, some shit to research. Man, it's so much information to get caught up on, right? Like so much shit to get caught up on or get stuck on. Shout out to Burnt Out, man. Like I really appreciate my brother in here. Like he's always in here, always being supportive, you know, like with things being said that could make him like feel like, what the fuck? Like, hold on. But he's still here. You know what I mean? Like we still a team, like we still Ghetto Cafe. I don't believe all white people are evil. I don't but I'm just gonna say to him, like, nah, I don't think that. I don't believe all people are evil. I think that we all have gotten lost in the sauce and don't understand our positions out here. Like we don't understand. We don't know. Like a lot of us will just say, you know what? Give it to God and let go. Let go, give it to God. Or God's will be done. Yeah, but put in the work, buddy. It's so much shit, so much information. I don't even think it's so much information that I'm suffering from the shit. Like I'm like literally suffering from information overload because I have a problem with my fucking brain not stopping. You know what I mean? Like I just can't shut that motherfucker down. Like, goddamn, you can't solve that. You ain't gonna get to the bottom of that. You're not gonna understand everything. You're not gonna get to, and I'll just keep reading and I'll just keep watching. I'll keep looking and then look this up and then it is so much information. By the end of the day, after streaming and doing the things that I do, and then trying to edit, like I'm probably not even gonna be able to edit and put out no reels or no clips today. Like I'm supposed to do that shit with every live, every stream. I'm supposed to do some clips or whatever. But nigga, my brain be exhausted, and I still can't go to sleep, and I still can't stop thinking. And it's like, damn, I don't want to take no drugs. I don't want to do nothing like that. Like, I'm like, shit, maybe I'll just go for like a long walk or whatever. But nigga, it's so much information. It's so much shit happening in the world right now that for my peace and for my well-being, I just do a lot of listening. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot about a lot of shit. And every time somebody says something, I could disagree or give a fact or do this and that. But for me, it's more enjoyable. Let's see if this is Credit Company. Hello? It's more enjoyable for me to just be able to listen and hear people and hear them out and then say, I don't agree with that. It don't necessarily have to be why I don't agree with that. There's other things, but nigga, I got a real issue. Like, then I'm trying to be the best dad possible, right? Like trying to be a knowledgeable dad for my daughter, my sons, and push them in the right direction. Like be available, like basketball. Okay, we can work on this. Or he wants to do gaming. He wants to be streaming. He wants to start gaming. He wants to do stock. We started his mom helped him start a stock app for kids for his project. My daughter learning and doing stuff, trying to be involved in this and that. And it's just like, how do I be a better dad? How do I do this and that? How do I be more impactful here? How do I be more impactful here? How do I be more impactful out there? How do I keep the house together? How do I keep this? It's like, and even in Puerto Rico, touching grass, I'll touch grass. I water my grass and be thinking thoughts, but it's just like, oh shit, this is, nigga, like, if, like, y'all think about it. Like, just really think about it. I'm maybe close to like, maybe close to 300. I don't know, close to 300 wake up shows. Nigga, that's 3 hours, not the 3 hours right now, but 2 hours of just talking about what's on my mind. Of me just discussing what I've been thinking about. Well, guys, this is what I was thinking about last night. Well, this is what's been bothering me. Have you guys noticed? It's just literally me getting on. This is my issue. Like, this is my therapy. Like, this is really like an opportunity. And you guys really helped me when you guys said, nah, dude, like, we just want to hear you talk about the shit you want to talk about. Don't worry about this other shit that other motherfuckers is doing and what's happening over there. Like, that's not what we want to hear. That's not what we worried about. Or not worried, but that's not what we're interested in. And you guys gave me the green light to just be myself on this camera and just enjoy each other's company, and where I can just talk about things that I've been thinking about and for hours. Sometimes we don't even bring up a video. Sometimes I've only done maybe 2 or 3 really reaction videos. It's like not with a co-host, not with somebody to bounce ideas off of, our thoughts, our conversations off of. And on top of that, doing reality checks. Then on top of that, doing Syndicate, doing Imperfect Perspective. Those are the fun things, relatable. But just think, like, that's how you know, like, yeah, we might enjoy and benefit from the conversations, but that's how you know, like, we're like the craziness of my brain. Who, just getting up talking for 3 hours. Like, I don't have no hip hop shit, no, nothing like shit like that, just talking. I be forgetting to eat. Hey, this nigga burnt out is funny. As I said, we're making dioramas out of shoeboxes. Son's making a stock app. They had to create a business format, like overhead and the cost of overhead, how much you can make. And so his was, he wanted to make an app. And that's why I started the Wall Street survival thing for him to do it. He's like, no, I'm doing my own app. I was like, we could just do it right here on this. He's like, start his own fucking app. Been on a cold run every day for like a month. Cash, y'all been here. Y'all been here for it. Like, what would I have done without the Wake Up Show? Like, nah, all honesty, what would I have done without YouTube, without Society of Freedom Media? Like, this is the first time that I haven't had a job or like working for somebody. This is where I've just had free time, my own free time, just to be myself. And you guys have been here for the whole process. You guys gotten to see that shit from the coffee in the front yard to what it is right now. You've gotten to see me like figure shit out, kind of spiral a little bit. Dogface kind of brought me back in, was like, told me this. Callie told me some shit, and Cash brought me back in, and like, dude, no. Cut it out, cuz. Like, nah, 3, you fine. You're doing a good job. Keep going. And that's the shit that's like, oh, okay, like, oh, I'm stressing myself out for no reason. Bushido, you called in? My bad. Damn, did I get the call? Did I forget to, like, fuck? Like, I sometimes, like yesterday, I forgot to eat all day, right? My wife was like, did you eat today? I'm like, dang it. Like, no, I didn't eat. After art, because she had brought a plate to Xander. If you guys saw that, we were playing gaming, we were streaming and gaming last night, and she brought him a plate, and she was like, I was like, oh shit, I gotta eat too. And then I get my food. This nigga Xander wants some of my shit, so I give him my shit. I eat a fucking orange and some crackers and spaghetti sauce. Oh, okay, yeah, Bushido, yeah. Like, man, like, just know the appreciation that I do have for you guys. Like, I really, really do. I really, really appreciate everything about you guys. And I really appreciate the call-ins. Like, the call-ins are dope. They're the dopest part of the shit is like talking to y'all. That's the dopest part. getting to interact with y'all and talk to you and just hear how you think and see how like intelligent and smart and interesting that you all are. And when I say I want all of y'all to be doing this same shit, I would love to be like, hey man, Cali Bags, Society of Freedom, you live. What's going on? What's happening? And chopping it up with him on his show. Chopping it up with Dogface on his shit. Cash on his shit. You know, man, just calling in from New Orleans, having him just talk about the shit he talking about, get to see his life and get to see that. Because that's what's gonna heal everything, man. It's us. We're gonna be the ones to heal. I think at some point, what I'm doing here is going to inspire others to be like, man, fuck what everybody else talking about. We just about to get on and just talk about some shit. Nobody's interested. Fuck them. Nigga, I got 10 people in here I'm talking to. My 10 homies. Bushido, yes, I do remember. Yeah. Boom. Dogface, I lost track of time yesterday. Like I didn't realize how late it was. And then also I didn't even realize that I didn't even do Imperfect Perspective yesterday. Like I didn't see their text message till I was eating. I'm like, oh fuck. And somebody in the chat was like, what happened to Imperfect Perspective during the game and shit? I'm like, oh damn. Today is Wednesday. So I just be on like a cold little run. But then, like, I got to do better. I got to be more organized with my reels and my clips and shit. And it's me. So I'm going to do better. And shout out to Ohio Ties. Ohio Ties has been helping me out with a lot of stuff, man. Ohio Ties has dedicated a lot of time to helping me and giving me information, giving me guidance on what to do here, and here. And that's a shout out to the Ghetto Cafe. Ghetto Cafe is a hell of an impact with everything that I do. And the fact that y'all gave me the free range and the green light to just be me, nigga, fuck everybody else. I don't give a fuck about nobody else, nigga. If we good here, if we good, if we good, we good. If y'all good, I'm good. I ain't gotta go chasing no shit. And I got a story that I did these, not too much information, but I did shit that I didn't want to do. That I never wanted to do. And it ended up being the worst experience. Doing some shit that I didn't ever ask for or didn't want to do none of this shit, wasn't interested in it. And the shit ended up being like the wackest shit. But it was an experience. It was a learning lesson. And now I feel like all of that brought me right back here. ZG, no, I'm not FMW. Do I look like I'm on an FMW channel? I'm Society of Freedom. What do you am I you ask am I FMW like it's a fraternity, a gang, a community? Thinking like what do you mean? FMW is a platform. The shit that's FMW is on FMW's platform. What is my shit on? My platform. I feel like that's like an easy answer. Like a pretty much a clear shit. When was the last time I was on an FMW show? Ghetto Mills? Ghetto Mills is like, even Ace Boys wasn't even on FMW. Do I got love for FMW? Do I think they got some good shit going on? Hell yeah. Them niggas is cracking. Their future is bright. I'm Society of Freedom. Like, think of my YouTube channel. This is what I'm doing. Like, are you FMW? ZG. Am I? I'm going to ask you. ZG, am I FMW? I don't know. What up, Sunshine? What's going down with you? ZG be coming out the woodworks with some shit. Like, damn. I don't know, man. But just getting on the rant of just how much I appreciate y'all, man. Cali Tech. There you go, man. What's happening? Oh shoot, nigga, I've had a bonus topic. We're supposed to talk about hip hop and the gatekeepers. Maybe we'll do the hip hop podcast gatekeepers and Kanye tonight on Kick. Yeah, ZG, you are a pot stirrer for real, man. You do a good job, man. Hey, but ZG, it's a waste of your time stirring pots over here because I'm not gonna react crazy and ain't nobody watching my shit. Like only my family is watching. The important people are watching. None of the shit stirrers or the people that try to get shit going. None of them are in here. None of them are trying to put Rios in a bad position. His family and loved ones in here. It's the Ghetto Cafe. So you could try to push and nudge, but I don't think you're gonna get what you want over here. Rightfully calling yourself a pot stirrer. Hey man, motherfuckers be just having a good time sometimes. They just, I realize that. People be cool people. They just be wanting to just get in the mix and get the reactions. I had to learn that shit too. Diddy might get free today. Damn. So what time can I get back up in here? I'm telling you, Diddy didn't snitch on nobody, so he got all the action in the world. I'm telling you, I got a few topics that I gotta talk about. I got so much shit I want to talk about. Diddy did the right thing, man. Kanye is showing the world that he's basically like Trump, nigga. He gonna have support no matter what. Diddy. What? Sean Diddy Combs is not free today and remains incarcerated with his current scheduled release date. But as of April 9th, he is serving 50 months. Well, wait. His lawyers are arguing for his release, citing First Amendment defense regarding his actions. Oh shit. Hold on. We got some shit. Damn, I was trying to get the fuck up out of here. Oh, damn. This nigga really might be getting free. Let's listen to TMZ.
Could be eating dinner at his home tonight, a free man. And that's because an appeals court is now hearing the review of the trial in which Diddy was convicted of violating the Mann Act. And his defense lawyers are making two arguments that could sway these judges and make them overturn the conviction. Let me explain both. So the first is that the defense says that the violation of the Mann Act is to prohibit the transportation of prostitutes across state lines, and it's typically for commercial purposes. That's where they...
This nigga Diddy about to get out. Is this fool about to get out of jail? He is about to get out of jail. Oh shit, Mel just came here and dropped the bomb.
In this case, the defense is saying this is nothing more than kinky porn. And kinky porn is protected by the First Amendment. Now, that may sound crazy, but I'm going to read you something from their brief. Listen to this.
Shit.
They say, freak-offs and hotel nights were highly choreographed sexual performances involving the use of costumes, role play, and staged lighting, which were filmed so Combs and his girlfriends could watch this amateur pornography later. Pornography production and viewing of this sort is protected by the First Amendment and thus cannot constitutionally be prosecuted. So what they're saying is, look, if you want to use the Mann Act to prosecute people who are moving prostitutes across state lines for commercial transactions, which again is what it's usually used for, that's one thing. But here, There's no commercial purpose. Diddy lost money. He ended up paying the prostitutes. The films were never distributed to anybody.
So they saying this nigga was just a trick filming this shit.
The defense is saying it was for his pleasure and the pleasure of people who may have been participating. So they're saying, look, this is like any porn. It could be OnlyFans. It could be anything like that. And all of that is constitutionally protected and shouldn't be prosecuted. So that's one argument. And I got to say, it is an interesting argument. The prosecutors are saying it's meritless, but I wouldn't be so quick to judge it that way. So we don't know what the prosecution is going to say.
And I believe this guy's name is Harvey Lee Oswald. Harvey Lee Oswald used to be a lawyer and an assassin. No, I don't know his last name. I know it's Harvey. Harvey something. He used to be a lawyer. So he knows. Everybody knows that they kind of got that nigga on some bullshit. Everybody believes they kind of got him on some bullshit. Like, that's what y'all put him in jail? When is the damn appeal? Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. Let me see. When is the appeal? Damn, Mel came in here, dropped the bomb. Damn.
Tell you about what's going on with Diddy. Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs will be in federal court today.
They're coming as they appeal the disgraced hip-hop mogul's conviction and prison sentence. Briella Thomas setting, what's going on with this?
Rosanna and Dan, good morning. So Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers will try to persuade a panel of 3 federal appeals court judges that he was treated unfairly at the trial that sent him to prison on prostitution-related charges, and they say he should immediately be released or freed and resentenced to less time. Diddy is not, by the way, scheduled to appear at today's court hearing, which is slated to begin at 10 o'clock.
Oh, so it already happened. Oh, no. Yeah.
Recordings of sexual encounters between his girlfriend
this shit should already happen.
Sex workers amounted to amateur pornography that were protected by the First Amendment. They also say the judge in the case unjustly let evidence surrounding the acquitted charges influence his punishment. Federal prosecutors.
Dude, I'm telling you. They already knew what they was going to acquit him on. They already knew, like, hey, nigga, you going to go, you act up, you was a bad boy. You was a real bad boy. You was a real bad boy. But you're not going to do all your time. You're not going to do all your time. You're going to go in there, and we're going to, on your first appeal, we're going to get you out, man. This is just me bullshit. We're going to get you out. But we got to slap your wrist. We got to embarrass you in front of we're going to give you what if this was the biggest, what do you guys be saying that they be doing to the actors, the black actors? You guys be calling that shit, the humiliation ritual? This may be the setup of the biggest humiliation ritual. And when he comes out, the nigga's going to be the face of their shit. You willing to deal with that, Diddy? Yeah. Are you going to snitch on anybody? Who would I snitch on? There's no one to snitch on. That's right, Diddy. That's right, Diddy. You're going to do about a year, 2 years, maybe. You're going to be in court. We'll get you out on the first appeal because we're going to put you down for the Mann Act. We're not going to put you in anything that's going to make you have to wait. I wonder if the Mann Act, if you have to register as an offender. Nothing we're going to do is going to affect you too much besides just the murder of your character in front of everybody. But when you get back, we'll put you with everybody else. You'll get back out there. People aren't shunning you. All the other celebrities, they're still in your corner. Politicians are in your corner. Ooh-wee. Oh, they about to put him out because he took out, like, look at how many people he could have snitched on. Look at all the involvement of all the things that he could have threw people under the bus, and he didn't. I think about, look at Kanye at the SoFi selling out the stadiums and shit. Said doing this shit to his album. You thought Kanye was done. Diddy about to make a run. Imagine Diddy. Just think about Diddy's excitement of his celebration when he gets out of jail on an appeal. Imagine the demons and devils that's trying to scramble and get that first interview. Imagine the demons and devils as the monsters that's trying to capitalize off. I'll say, okay, so when Diddy gets out, we're going to do this. This is the plan. Y'all ready for Diddy to be a bigger mogul than he ever was? And he's got new enemies. Diddy's got new enemies now. 50 Cent, for sure, enemy. Like, if you... This might be a demo. This might be a demonstration. If you stay vicious, you stay solid, look at how you can come back. Nothing can stop us when you nothing can stop you when you're with the devil. Nothing can stop you. Look at, he has even more now. Where's the first place Diddy's gonna go? Starts with an I. Where's the first place Diddy gonna go? And it starts with an I. Starts with a first. It starts with a 2-letter word. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Shout out Pun. That nigga got 34K views on the real story behind Pooh Shiesty family is wild. 34K views 4 days ago. Shout out Pun. Nigga, that's big time. That's good. Not immigration office. He gonna go where some, never mind. But let me get out of here, man. Let me get out of here. Shout out to all y'all. Blessings to all y'all. I got to get back up in here later on. Got more shit to do, more stuff to do. Boom. I'm out. Y'all be good, man. Blessings to everybody. It's all love, all the time. This is the AM Wake Up Show. Coffee with Rios. Appreciate all of you, man. Appreciate all of you all the time. It's the Ghetto Cafe. We operate on a different level. We operate at a different pace, different level. We winning. It's W's all around. W's for all of us. It's all love all the time, man. Y'all go be great, man. Run the likes up. Let's get some likes. Make some comments. Shout out. We out of here.
Ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze.